Hello, everyone. It's your man, Spin Nation, along with my man, Riders Up, Tim. How's it going, Timmy?
It is going great. Another week at our favorite track, Assiniboia. Sean needed a day off after a great weekend at Saratoga, but right back at it, my friend. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. So proud of my boy Junior and Sovereignty once again, proving that he is definitely the best 3-year-old in the country. I don't think there's any doubt about that now. And so proud of him. Amazing weekend. The rain didn't damper the mood at all. Some great racing, and but I'm ready for a great night tonight at Assiniboia.
Yes, it's time for us to get back on the winning side of things here.
Yes, sir. No better way. And we got Bobby D already giving us an exact 1-4-6-2 with 4-6-2. Good luck, Bobby. Got 8 minutes to go here.
You know what? You know what I saw tonight on the card, Sean.
What'd you say?
We're going 2 turns.
I know. How exciting! Very exciting.
It's back.
Yes, sir. In the first race here, we got 5.5 furlongs, optional allowance claiming per 16.5 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won a race other than. So this is an interesting race. I think you'd agree here.
Looks to be.
Yeah.
I think as we've kind of seen the past couple of weeks, I think we've got a couple races here which might look a little bit chalky early on, and then I'm actually against the chalk in some later races and think that we can get some prices home.
I love it. Love it. There you go. So, yep. So we're 7 minutes to race 1 here, and I'll start out here for you, my friend. Clearly the favorite, and both Kurt and Stretch Pickett. The one Marvelous Lady was running against Sweet Nola and Sweet Laura and Aphrodita down there in Tampa, and those horses are a little bit on the upper step versus these guys for sure. And this horse has worked out 2 workouts now at Assiniboia. Badri gets on for Kepler, who is absolutely on fire. What is he? He's 22 out of 24 in the money. So, his horses are running. We got the formula. Hey, formula.
Well, gentlemen, how are you doing today?
We're doing fantastic.
Glad to hear.
But I think this one clearly on you'd always worry about the new track, but I think this horse is definitely the class of the class here. Second, for a little long shot, and I was surprised that they actually picked the way I did. I picked Tabeline for my second pick. This horse went to Woodbine, went to Turf Paradise and Fauner Park. Didn't have very much success, but this horse clearly had run against much better. And I like the last workout, 37-4, 2 out of 7. So maybe this horse is figuring out this track. And at a price behind the one, I picked the 5 second. And third, Command's Last Dance, Michael Nault, Antonio Whitehall getting back together with him. And this horse ran a very impressive 10,000 non-runners of 3 with Badri last time. Gets up, and for a 4th pick, number 4, Yellow Birdie, another possible long shot for Pruitt and Bino. So I was 1, 5, 6, 4. How about you,
I'm going to make this really simple. I'm pretty much in agreement with Sean there. Like my order might be a little different. I'm 1, 6, 5, but yeah, I mean overall, I think we're pretty much there. I'd probably take the 3 as my 4th one, but again, in this field, I don't know if we're getting up to 3. I can definitely see the 4 though, because the 3 is 7, little bit over 7 years old. Performs well at the distance, so I might give him a little bit of a nod there. But the 4 is not that far off, in my opinion. If I were to play this with 6 horses, I'd probably do something like an exacta key box, looking at either the 6 or the 5 to make sure you get the value out of it. along with the 6 and the 1, like the 5 with the 6 and 1.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Formula, there are questions coming in. So we, at
Uh-oh.
one point we used to see you in your house, and then for a long time you were in the bar. And now that you're not in the bar, you're just in your car. So the question is, are you living in a van down by the river?
No, I'm not close to the river at all. Next question. No, it's a great question. And the reason I don't go to the bar tonight on Tuesdays is because they've got trivia night there. So it sounds like Taylor Swift is on stage when I'm there. I think you guys have witnessed that type of thing before. So Wednesdays are prime time for me to be at the bar, like any alcoholic would say. But yeah, I would definitely say that Tuesdays I try to avoid it. Otherwise, I'm competing with the guy on stage trying to ask all the brilliant questions.
There you go. And we got Ghost of FK Mommy. How are you? David Summer. How are you, my friend? Great to join us. Todd's in the house. Two to win place on the 2 to win in place. Okay, $5. Stevie G. How are you, buddy? David Sumner, 2-6 with 4.
Sean, I was very happy to hear you like the 5 about as much as me, because I was looking at this and thinking, am I going to come in with the 5 and be sort of like the oddball, because I don't get how this horse is still double digits.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's interesting that, yeah.
Leo Cepeda's asking, did you guys score at the Belmont?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's funny. I was at a friend's house. I didn't play, but my friends both said, we both have $50. We want to play the Belmont Stakes. And I was the one with the account. And they said, we have no idea what's going on. You place the bet for us. So I placed an exacta bet. And I almost just shipped it with just those two. But then I kept thinking about journalism and what I was saying before about him being tired. And it got me a little bit scared. So I said, okay, guys, we're going to box it in, sovereignty on top with Baeza or journalism below. I wish I would have shipped it straight like I was planning on before, because I cut their earnings in half, but still they went like 50 and 50 in on that, and got a nice pretty payday for that. It wasn't for me. It was for them though, but I'll take it.
Tim, how'd you do?
I had an okay day. I mean, it was nothing like Derby day. I started out the day, I had like 3 straight second place horses on top, and hit one exact in there, and then I had 3 straight winners, and amongst those in race 5, I had the 7 pentathlon. And I had win place on that one. I love that horse, Jose. He was like 10 or 12 to 1, paid 24 bucks.
Yeah.
11 to 1, paid $24 and won that race. And that basically did the day for me. So
excellent.
Well done. And then if you don't follow me on X, I had the opportunity to be the guest handicapper for the horse racing game. And basically I went in there and they were having a beat the handicapper game. Well, nobody beat the handicapper.
Oh, boy. Well
done. Representing.
We got nice. Neil in the house. Yeah. Uncle Sully, formula, is there any truth to the rumor that El Hombre are roommates?
El Hombre and me? No. Different states, 1,000 miles away. And honestly, let's keep it that way. I think that's best for everybody.
and according to formula's restraining order, it has to be that way.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk legal aspects on that one, right? There's preferences and then there's the law.
Neil's got 136. Good luck, Neil. Great to have you.
All right, guys, look, they're doing the 60-second recap. We're 0 minutes. We're headed that way. Yep. So I think it's time to get this party started.
I love it.
Look, I think the 1 is much the best in here. So I'm not going to try to get too cute. I'm going to start and try to see if we can start on a winning note. And here's my play. I'm going $10 to win on the 1. Even money.
All right.
There you go.
If it wins, it pays, right? If it wins, it pays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See if we can start on the positive side and get us going on the right note.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm with you on that.
I think even money's decent on that horse.
Yes, absolutely. "60-second recap." Hey, Dan H. 1-3 straight, exacted $10 and try 1-3-4 with 2-5. Good luck, Danny.
All right. Like you, Dan H likes that one on top, like a bullet with a bullet.
Yep. And we saw some really good performances this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, how about that finish by Sovereignty?
Oh,
I mean,
that was
I guess we can get to that maybe after this race because
yeah,
we got
yeah.
0 minutes. So we're gonna need some time on that. But whoo, yeah, that's notable. That is notable. 2 minutes to post with 0 minutes to post. Classic.
People already out in the numbers. They do very well on their Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Look at that! Wow, full house. Love it.
Love to see it.
Uncle
Consider
Sully's got
board.
$2 double 1-2 with 1-6. Looks like a nice night up there. The trees aren't blowing as much as they were last week, so it must be a nicer night tonight.
Yeah, nice calm night. Yeah. So Hot Rod Horse Player. This one isn't a lock here. The 3 is dangerous. Interesting. Yeah, we were talking about the 3 a little bit. I did not have the 3 very high up. Is the 1 a lock? Well, I'm taking a risk on the 5 personally. I don't think the 1 is a lock though. But
I think he's a very
I'm with
solid guy. Yeah.
yeah, he's very solid.
I have the one
He's very
strongly,
solid.
and the thing that
Yeah.
I thought was interesting is I don't like the 3, and Sean didn't
Yeah.
have the 3, and you don't have the 3 in your top 3. So
I was weak on the 3. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why it's
I
horse
like the other
racing,
one.
Hot Rod. If he,
Yeah.
exactly. Rick Johnson's got 1-5 with one all 5 with 1-3-6 all in 5. Good luck, Rick.
Nice.
Great to have you as
Good luck,
always.
Rick. Yes, I like to broadcast from many different locations. I
Yep.
even tried doing it at the local library, which isn't far away from here, but then I feel really awkward being in there with like it being quiet and people studying and like having a low noise floor.
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Tried it a
and the
couple
formula
times,
is
like, am I
always
the
in a
jerk?
different location. It just looks like the same one, but his car's always in
Right.
a different spot. He's just in the
That's
car.
true. A totally different spot than last week. That is for sure.
And by far, by the way, to everyone out there, the biggest winner of the weekend was our very own Colin Sheehan, who won an Emmy again for his
Oh
show
yeah.
on Nesson. Congratulations, Colin.
Big congrats to Colin. Big time.
Absolutely. Hopefully he stops in tonight.
Yeah, that would be great.
Sheldon, how are you, my friend? Good job, bud.
Woo! That is a big win, buddy. That is a big
Nice.
one.
Speaking of win, the Matt Wynn Stakes yesterday at Sunday at Churchill, I was there and got to see East Avenue win that race, take them gates of wire. They let him walk up front, which I thought he would when the horses when they announced the scratches and it got down to a 4-horse race, and it was him and Burnham Square.
Yeah. Once I came down to 4 horses, East Avenue looked much better. Unfortunately, wasn't the horse I wanted to win or had picked early on, but can't deny it.
We just have to overcome here the dreaded one post. Hey, Paul, how are you, buddy? Curtis Stinnett, how are you? Try all one with all. I love it. There you go, Curtis.
Evening, Paul, or good morning for you.
She's now in.
All right.
Sum it up.
Getting loaded up.
And in.
Going in slow.
Yellow Birdie's turn.
Yellow Birdie.
Just 2 left to load.
All right. Let's get them loaded up.
Tavaline.
John, my biggest disappointment with tonight's card is there's not a single horse on the entire card that Kurt is famous for naming.
I know.
He'll just have to come up with a new one.
Yeah.
We know he can.
Anna and Doozy, I think, are Wednesday nights right now.
78 strong. Hit that like button. Tell your friends. Tell people on Twitter or X or Facebook or wherever.
Love to have you
Tavaline
all.
also getting a little extra
Exactly.
help is in. And now just waiting on Commando's last dance to the outside.
This guy's a treasure.
The field is set. They're at the post.
Here we go. 6 is a little anxious.
Well,
And
Mr.
they're
K.
off.
Woo.
Stumbled by the
Yes,
2.
Start was
Yeah.
Island High. Sum it up. Quickly goes out to grab the early lead by
Not
2
surprising.
lengths. Island
No,
High recovered
that's exactly
nicely.
who
Had
I
the
thought
3 and the
And
2 in
now
front.
is in
Yeah.
second. In between horses, Yellow Birdie, Commando's last dance, 4 wide. Another length back to Marvelous Lady, and Tavaline, the early trailer, is only 4 lengths off the early lead. 23 and 4 the opening quarter, and sum it up has command by 2.5 lengths. Island High in an all-out
Here
drive
comes the
in
one
second.
getting into gear. Is
Commando's
it too
last
little, too
dance in
late?
third.
Yeah,
Making
we'll
a
see.
wide move,
Tough to close at
Tavaline,
this track.
and even wider, Marvelous
Whoa.
Lady. They hit the head of the lane. They have
He went
47
super wide and
2,
super weird.
and sum it up has had it all her own way on the
He's
front
flying.
end, and she's got 3 lengths
Yes.
with a 16th of a mile to go.
Not going to get
This
there.
is all sum it
Not
up.
going to get there.
Who's going to win by 3?
Unbelievable.
Island High was second
Wow.
best. Close for third between Marvelous Lady and Tavaline.
That one did not get picked up.
No, and Hot Rod, great job, bud. He said 3 is gone, baby. He
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
up.
Good job, Hot Rod.
Great job.
Well, you let a horse walk on the front end like that, and that's definitely gonna be
40, 23, 47 on that track. Goodbye.
When you said the 2 stumbled,
yeah.
that was probably what did it from, because those were the 2 I had challenging each other on the
This starts
pace.
the post at number 3, Sum It Up. As your race winner, second goes to number 2, Island High.
Well,
Photograph has
it wasn't the chalk.
called to determine
No.
the show position.
It wasn't the chalk,
In the
Leo.
opening quarter,
No
23 and
chalk
4,
involved.
47 and 2.
I mean, not huge value,
Five
but
furlongs, 1
I'm
minute,
shocked the
1
2 got
fifth.
back up for
After the
second.
5.5 furlongs, 106 and 4.
Who got third, you guys think? The 6? It
I
looked like the 6.
think the favorite. I think the 1 just beat out the 4.
You think the 1 made it? Okay.
Yeah, well, the
Curious to
5
see.
one.
Results
Yeah.
of the photo show number 1, Marvelous Lady. Finishing
There you are.
third. Fourth goes to number 5, Tavaline.
All right.
I have never seen so many jockeys take a turn so poorly in my life until I started
Oh my
watching
God.
this.
Yeah.
He took that horse 10 wide.
There's a lot of horses that went wide there. No one was tight. Not tight at all.
Except for the 3, who just wouldn't walk him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the 3. That was the one horse that went tight.
He just went walking. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a. You knew that was over right around the turn. They were not going to catch him.
No.
He was long gone. Sven Ballroop, yeah. Was off to one hell of a start, by the way.
Just a bit, Dan. Just a bit.
Just a bit. Yeah. It's not Kentucky anymore, guys. Yeah, good job, Leo. That's going to be a nice little cash out for you there. 9-2.
Nice job, Leo. That's great.
Am I reading that right? 9-2? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right,
We got
3,
6 more
1, 5.
races.
Yes. See if you can bring it in, Leo. That'd be great.
6 more to get ours.
Up there. See if you can bring him in here.
Yeah.
315.
All right. Leo's got a double going too. But he didn't put the 6 in the double in the next race. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, 1 and the 5. Yep. Shucking up the favorite.
I mean, the 6 is total chalk. I get it. But man, I don't know. Three, two, one.
Wow, nice exact. 44, 45, 20 with the 3 and the 2.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Trifecta, 20 cents, 3, 2, 1. Not terrible. What was it? 1084 for 20 cents. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Not bad.
Kyle Graves caught the try. Nice job, Kyle.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
All right, Todd. 1375 on the place. Nice job, Todd. And the 50-50 draw, the current pool is $140. So, like we do, we turn the page.
Whew.
Yeah, Gate. He is on a winning streak. Sven's been riding very, very well. I've been impressed with him for sure. He has really brought his A game this year. Riding very good. To show you in stable duel there, what I thought of that race, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4. I had the what did I have? I had the 4 and the 5. At least one of them got it. The other one got 0, but that's oh well. But
1375 on the place. Yeah, not bad at all.
Nice job, Todd. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, because he had 5 to place in the 2. Excellent.
Yeah. All right, guys. 13 minutes to post. Race 2.
Yeah, we turn the page, and you want to take this one, Formula?
Oh boy, you're giving me the fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, don't crash. Don't. I'm in the most dangerous parking lot I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I'll take this one. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I am very curious to hear what you guys. Yeah.
5.5 furlongs claiming purse 14,800 for 3-year-olds and up 3-year-olds.
Yes.
And we have a field of 6 with the heavy favorite on the outside, Market King for Murray Duncan and Daryl Dalrymple.
Yeah.
Tim, who did you like here in race 2?
I think the 6 is a pretty solid lock in here. I thought these first 2 races were chalky, and even though the one ran a horrible race in the first, the 6 I saw as an even bigger chance than that one. So I did have a horse I like a little bit underneath, and that is I'm going to give this 5 a shot in second. And if you look, horse is coming off a layoff, but has been racing in stakes class. Raced against much better at Woodbine, went a stint at Turf Paradise there, but the stakes races at Fawner don't look good on paper. If you're just looking at the numbers, it doesn't look as good, but this is not those races. This is not the stakes. An allowance optional claimer here at Assiniboia is definitely an easier spot, and this horse coming in.
Tim, I think you're in race 3.
Am I in 3? No.
Yeah.
What?
Where was I? Oh yeah, no, I was in the 5-on-1. I scrolled too far.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, no, now it makes even more sense. But third off a layoff for this one, the 5. It's like I was like my numbers. It's like, but anyway, so the 5 best of Greeley, Rashad Knights. Rashad's gotten a little bit. He's gotten a little bit cold over the last week or so. So looking for him to pick it back up. But I think he's definitely got a shot in here. And then the 1 is probably pretty chalky with the 6 and the 1, but I do like the 5 to split them up. And the 1 I thought might even get favoritism over the 6, but I like the 6 a lot more. Hopefully Antonio, he's another one that's been hot. He's ridden to the top of the jockey standings here, back to his usual spot from a couple years ago. So hopefully he's headed in the right direction again for this year, but not this race. So 6, 5, and 1 for me.
Like it. Okay. Yeah. And in this race, obviously the horse to beat is the 6 Market King.
Yeah.
Duncan, what you said, obviously. And I think he'll definitely advance over that first race. He's wide into the stretch, inside rally. He's the one that was in and then cut in, and then rather than go straight. I think if he just keeps him straight tonight, he's very tough, no doubt. Second, again, a little bit of a long shot here. The 4 Ride 'em. He's got the 10-pound bug apprentice. I know he's won for 21, but he is 4 seconds and 4/3, so he has hit the board. I'm just going to throw a absolute line behind that last race. May have needed the race, and second off, a layoff the trainers 10%. Gardapi's having a very good meet, so I'll throw that last one out. He gets the bug boy up here. And if you look at his last couple of races last year, he had 1 bad one, but he had 2 firsts and has done well at this distance with a 2nd and a 3rd. So I definitely think this 4 could possibly get up underneath at a price. And then my 3rd pick was the 1 Blue Sky Jade, Dewey Williams, and Whitehall. This horse ran a very impressive 5,500 last time, won the duel, held on, and shortens up a little bit, which I think makes him even tougher. And 4 out of 14 in the distance. I think this horse will be very tough. So I was 6, 5, and 1.
6, 5, and 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. I've got a 6, 1, 5, and then 4. That is the order of my horses here.
Yeah.
I look at some of the speed figures and everything on the 6. I feel like the 1 is very comparable. Both horses are just freaking old, though. Holy cow! These horses voted for Andrew Jackson. I mean, what's going on here? Yeah, I think the 6 does get a little bit of a nod because the 6 is likely to be the pace setter, whereas the 1 is a closer. And we got problems with closers here at Assiniboia, in my opinion. He can sit close to the pace, though, the 1 horse. My speed figures for them are very comparable. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I like about both horses. I really do want to do like a straight exacta here. But man, I keep talking myself into thinking this 1 does have a shot for a little bit of an upset. 3 wins in a row. Whereas, you look at the 6, the 6 is 3rd, 1st. The last few times out, 2 wins in a row for the 5 too. But those types of streaks are there to get broken anyway. So
yeah.
And I don't see a huge disparity in terms of class. 6 is a little bit classier, but comparable to the 2, the 3, and the 4. They're all about in the same class. There's like a few $1,000s that separates them, right? In terms of winnings, average winnings per race, the 6 definitely gets an edge there. And at the distance, you would look at the 3 actually to see who gets the best winnings or earnings per race at the distance. Yeah, this is a fascinating.
And Kurt has a 3-sec, Stretch is a 3-second, and Kurt is a 3/3. So interesting. Uncle Sully says, memo to Gen Z. Formula said older than Andrew Jackson, as in the 7th president of the United States, not Andrew Schultz. Hot Rod's got a win bet. 6, exacta 6 with 3-5, trifecta 6 with 3-5 with 1-3-5. 4 to 5 or even money is a gift. Horse should be 1 to 9. And Kyle bet the first race because of the 2 horses trained by Kepling Jr. Well done, Kyle. Oh, did we lose formula? Huh. 5.5 furlongs. 5 minutes to post. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Already 100 people here. We're only in race number 2.
So once again, we've got a $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 tonight. And I think it's a pretty good sequence and a couple of races to where you could potentially catch a price. So
yes, absolutely.
Definitely a wager I'll be playing.
Todd's got a 6-5-1 try and a 6-5-1 pick 3. Good luck, Todd. There's reserve proof. Bossy Holiday.
We lose the formula.
I guess so. There's Ryden with Sachin Paris, the bug boy. The rail's winning a 30% clip. High percentage trader and a second off the layoff. Hot Rod says, Tim, who do you like to start the pick for? We'll get to that.
We will.
Thomas Blaine is lost in the internet. Curtis Stinnet's got to try 4-5 with 4-5, 3-6-1, 4-5, 3-6-1. Look at this. We got the Emmy winner with us. Party people. Colin Sheehan, the Nesson new Emmy winning, a 2-time Emmy winning now, Colin Sheehan. Congratulations, buddy.
Hot Rod, I would just say this. I do not like the even money favorite.
I like it. There we go. Value, as I like to say. In the business, value. The connections who bought Carl Spackler think very highly of the horse. They are playing a feed so he can run. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we knew that was happening.
Yep, and he could be matched up with Moira. So what a combination that could be, because they also own Moira. So that could be quite the turf specialist.
For sure.
3 minutes to post. Formally, you can even put in your pick, my friend, if you he's passing his pick to spin. Okay. There we go. Okay. The ball's in my court, huh?
It is.
Okay. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right. 2 minutes to go. Very interesting race here. Okay. 6-1. What does I gotta see what the exactas pay here before I
thought it was interesting.
Yes, I was not ready to exactly, but let me see here. Okay. Okay. So we'll look at the exactas here, see what we got cooking here. 6 page 9, 6 1 page 4. Okay. All right. Well, okay, that'd be $8, and that should lose money. Okay. 1. Interesting race here.
Not surprised that the 6 is now the even money favorite. The 1 is 2 to 1.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. The six. Okay. I got it, Dim. I'm ready. $2 tri-key 6 over the 1-3-5.
$12 wager, 6 with the 1-3-5.
Yep. What I'm gonna do. Horse is getting ready to track, and once this race is over, we'll do some Belmont talk there and some looking forward to the future and see what's going on there. I know this weekend was supposed to be a Haskell preview weekend at Monmouth, but what a shock. Mother Nature trying to ruin that too with some rain. So we'll see if that can clear up and maybe give them a nice day for a change somewhere here in the country. Never seen so much rain, Tim. It's crazy.
Yeah, it didn't look like a lot of fun.
We had a beautiful Sunday up at Saratoga. 2 minutes to post. Good crowd on hand this Assiniboia tonight. Jackpot, pick 5 carryover, 120 grand. Was there a good crowd on Sunday at Churchill, Tim?
It was decent. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
For an off Sunday like that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I found interesting was that Flavian decided to pass up mounts at Saratoga on Sunday, and a couple of the races that had held over from Saturday to Sunday, he passed up mounts to come back and ride at Churchill, and so did Saez. And the thing is, one thing that I absolutely love, Sean, and I've been saying this for a bit, is that to me, East Avenue, I've been saying for a while that Saez was the jockey for him, because I love that guy on the front end and how strong he is in the lane.
I was hanging with Brendan on Friday at Belmont, and Brendan said he's been trying to get Louis Saez to ride this horse for a while, but he always had other commitments, and Louis couldn't have been happier with how he ran, and Louis said he ran absolutely brilliantly. So that's a great thing for East Avenue for sure. And Louis, and he's was very happy to get Louis services.
I know a lot of people that day were on Final Gambit, and Final Gambit was 4th of 4, did not run at all, didn't run a lick.
Yeah. 6 could be the goods, but I'm going to take Whitehall at 3 times the price. Win in 2 places and 1. Good luck, Dan. James White, how are you, buddy? He's got a daily double, 5 with 6 with 4. Tim, why did everyone scratch? Do we know why everyone scratched?
Well, Gaming ran in California. He stayed out west.
Okay.
So he stayed out there and ran, and I'm not sure why the other 2 scratched.
There you go. Stephanie says East Ave was lone speed of the year versus those 3.
Yeah, when Gaming scratched out of that race, I'm like, he's cruising. I thought that Exacta was a gift.
Yeah.
And especially since so many people were on Final Gambit. And I love the heart of Cole Battle. I love the story. I love Lonnie Briley, but that horse just didn't match up in that field.
No.
There he is. He's back.
Hey,
I don't move.
conspiracy theories on the internet saying I quit because I didn't want to bet this race.
That's the Greensburg.
Sean started that.
Yeah, I know. I know. He didn't want it either.
His roommate Hombre pulled the plug.
Yeah. Yeah. That was weird. I had to boot my phone.
Now just waiting on
Is
reserve
it lumber in the
Yeah.
back seat kicking the back of your seat?
Yeah.
All set. They're at the
Oh, it's too chalky. I was gonna do 6-1 straight, but that's okay. Hopefully we get Sean's bet in here. That would be great.
And they're off.
From the far outside, Market King.
Dario getting him in
After
early.
the early lead, Bossy Holiday. In between horses, up close in second. Further to the inside, Reserve Proof. Hugging the rail, Blue Sky Jade. 4 wide.
True, Uncle
Run
Sally.
and
True.
hide, Dario.
And ride 'em. 7 lengths off it, can see 'em all. 24 seconds, the opening quarter. And Market King still with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Best Greeley. Now to his inside or to his outside in.
Well, right
second.
now I've got the ice
Trying to
code
move up, Bossy
Supervecta
Holiday,
6531. That's how I
Yeah.
have the race.
Ooh, there it is. Freeze it, baby.
Come on, 6. Keep going now.
Get
Come on,
that one
come
up
on,
there.
3. Come on, 3. Come on, 3. Come on, 3. Keep going, 3. No, don't let that 5 get you. Come on, 3. Don't let them catch
Who's
you.
gonna win this one by 4? The battle is on for second.
There you go.
They was second. Third's gonna go to Best of Greeley and
There's a win.
to ride up.
I'm glad you did that, Sean, because I would not have got a win there. The one Fade Zillid.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Hey, JG Funk. Yeah, still pumped about your sovereignty win bet. Yeah, boy. We'll get into that in a little bit here in race 3.
Yeah. How did that one end up? 6-5.
6-3.
Oh,
635.
635.
635.
Yeah, so we got the 21-1 in the middle of the 8-5 and the 1-2.
Well done. Well done. Great call, Sean. Great call.
Thank you.
To determine the 4th place finisher. They went the opening quarter 24 seconds. The half 48-2. 5 furlongs 101. Time for the 5.5 furlongs 107-3.
107-3. Much the best.
Yes.
And the 4 closed out the super at 50-1.
That was actually my super.
Got the 1 off the board.
Yep.
Yeah, how about that? And the odds I noticed on the one just plummeted. Opened at 3-1, but he went off at
Yeah,
11.
it went up at 11-1, and someone canceled the bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone canceled a big bet. Exactly.
They got out.
Thanks, James.
What's up, James?
All right, James. Whew, this Papusa place says it's open, but it looks really dark inside. I am very tempted by this. Yeah, right across from me. It's been staring me down
Now
ever
entering the
since I
Wednesday
joined.
enclosure, the official winner of the Armtech race. That's number 6, Market King. Market King is a big gelding, 9 years old. By Into Mischief. Out of the mare Divine Presence by APND. Owned by Prime Time
APND,
Stable,
wow.
Trained by Murray
Ooh.
Duncan.
APND grandson.
That's a-
Dario
that's a big one.
Dalrymple. Time for the 5.5 furlongs. 107-3.
All right, all right.
Well, the fact we have the 1 out of there helps for sure.
But it dropped to 11-1. What did the pool look like on him?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
What? The $20 paid $3.27? What?
It's got the 6 and the 5, right? They're both chalk.
Yeah, but how's the 20-cent try pay $3 with a 21-1 in the middle?
Yeah, so that's a 30, still 32.70. We won 20 bucks.
Yeah, we still win, but I'm just saying, come on, that's a
Yeah, it's
21-1 in the middle. You know?
It's the pools, man. Different
I know.
pools.
Yeah. That exacta is exactly 20 bucks. Yeah.
Race number 4,
Yeah.
no changes.
A lot of 6-alls there. A lot of 6-alls. You know,
Yeah, I think so.
a
I
lot
think
of
so.
6-alls, and rightfully so. That was, you know.
Yeah. I tried to talk myself down from the 6, but I kept looking back at it.
Yeah,
I was going to go
no,
6-1.
he just looked too strong from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick, I don't often see 5-2s go to 11-1 in the race. You know that's not.
Yeah.
That's very unusual. Someone canceled a big bet.
Sean, it's crazy because if you look at the dollar exacta 6-3, I mean, $10 for that exacta just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no,
Compared
no.
to the trifecta.
Yeah, I thought that would be at least like 50-60. You know, with the splitting the two favorites. You know.
Yeah, but no, but the 5 ended up becoming the second favorite.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But he split them. You know, so a lot of people say 6-5 all. You know, or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Will take place at 11:30.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting because this definitely had an impact.
Yeah, there was 10 grand in the winning pool. I saw that too, and then it ended with only 3. So somebody canceled a huge bet on the one.
You know, I talked about this last week on the show that the calls have been manipulating pools to where you're seeing horses at low odds, and the horse is one of the favorites, and then right as it goes off, there's money coming off of one of those horses.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it a lot. And the calls are allowed to cancel bets at the last minute, and we're not.
Yeah.
With thrilling races.
Be nice if they flipped that around. It would make more sense if they could.
Yeah, it's been happening way too much. They're manipulating pools, and they're doing it with the doubles as well. You'll see the doubles, and because a lot of people like to look at the double to the next race, and they're betting a horse in the next race, and then they're doing the same thing. They're moving the money to another horse right at post time.
Yeah.
Right.
So everybody thinks that a certain horse in the next race is the lowest double, and then when it goes off, it's not that horse.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to look at like pick 3s and pick 4s in the wheel pace, because that's the only thing you can really trust. You can't trust looking doubles to the next race.
Yeah.
Indeed. Turn the page again. Man,
Yes.
12 minutes to post. It goes so quickly. All right. Got Ronald Ali in this next race on the 5. Set your guns to stun.
Here we go. Race 3. This would be formulas race.
Unless.
Are you sure?
Right.
Are you sure?
Exactly. 6 furlongs. Allowance optional claiming. Purse 18.5 for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races other than. And we have a field of 6.
We do.
Canceling of the one money is known as the distraction method. Head fake on poor runners to lure in low information players. There you go. Thanks, Stephanie. All right. All right, Tim, we'll let you go first here on this race 3.
All right. So let's see where we're at. All right. So right now the call has all their money trying to head fake everybody to the 5. Ronald Ali, you know, you can go back and ask Uncle Sully. He knows I'm not gonna, or Todd. I'm not gonna bet Ronald Ali. But I really like the 3-horse totalizer here.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this horse third off a layoff. You look at that last race when Gate to Wire, 6 furlongs coming back at the same distance. Third off a layoff should improve. We're stepping up a little bit, but getting that 10 pounds is a pretty good benefit for our front runner here, I think, with this field, and the fact that it's Paris who won last out on this horse. I think that we can duplicate that. That if you look, that that is the only win that he's got right now. So let's see if we can double that up. So I think based on connections and everything else, we might continue to get a little bit of a price on this one, and I'm willing to take a shot on the 3. But behind that one, the 5 is obviously one that makes a lot of sense in here. The Turf Paradise shippers have been coming in doing really well. This one does not have a race since that last one in April at Turf Paradise, but does have some works over the track. And that 6 May 3 furlong is pretty sharp. So it seems like this one has a lot of room to do well first out here at Assiniboia. So makes a lot of sense here. And then I'm going to give you one more price that I kind of like in here, currently sitting at 8-1 on the board, and that's McEwen.
Yes.
McEwen at Assiniboia is 5 for 6 in the money and 3 for 6 winning. And I just think that you can't leave this horse off of your ticket in the money. I don't think McEwen is a win candidate against these, but based on that being 5 out of 6 in the money at Assiniboia, I don't know how you can leave this horse off of your ticket completely. So I'm gonna give that one a shot. I do like the move to Bino in there. I think the horse moves forward with that. So give that one a shot underneath. So for me, I'm gonna be 3, 5, and 2.
3, 5, and 2. All right. If you had a 4th one, who would it be? Would it be the 1?
If I had a 4th one, it is the 1.
Okay.
And I went back and forth and put in the 1 in 3rd, but I was trying with another price. And the thing about the 5 out of 6 in the money, I thought was worth a shot with that one. But the 1's really close for me.
Yeah. All right. Spin Nation, what you got for me?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. And this race, obviously, I think the 5 is the horse to beat.
Yeah.
I do like this horse. I mean, look at his workouts: 1 out of 4, 3 out of 16, 5 out of 17. Just all really sharp works. Jared Brown knows first time with trainer, 18%, very solid. Ali and Brown, 24%. This horse was running against just really good horses down there and running quite well. And I think that this group is going to be a much easier sandbox for them versus what they were going up against, especially with the in this field. So I think that 5 is a very logical horse to use. Yeah, my second horse was McEwen, and Elton Dickey is 50% in allowance races, and him and Bino are a nice 23%. As again, Tim said, 5 out of 6 in the money in this race. I think he needed his first race. He was bet down to 3-1, so they thought he was going to run a good race, and he didn't run a bad race with Cumberbatch, but now you go from Cumberbatch to Bino, and I think that's a definite improvement there. So I think this horse is ultra live at 10-1. They're for this. I'm surprised he's up at 10-1. I thought he might go down rather than up there. And then the my third horse was the 4, Bandera Azteca. This is the horse that Judo really squeezed last time, but was on the lead and did not run a bad race there, coming from Remington and Houston and Lone Star. May have needed that race, but did run and was the favorite in that race at 2-1. And ran a very good race. So I don't. And Henry Witt is known for bringing these horses up from Texas and doing well up here. So with Jason Garneau instead of the other Garneau, and so I was 5, 2, 4, and 3.
5, 2, 4, and 3. Okay. Oh, interesting.
No 1 at all.
I know. Yeah, you guys are shocking me. If I go strictly off my formula,
Yeah.
I've got 5, 1, 3. 5, 1, 3. And then the 2 is my 4th one. But what I like about the 2 is over the last few races, classing down on average. And I also think that this could be your pace setter here. and pace is pretty good at Assiniboia these days. But yeah, hard to say anything negative about the 5, Tim. Um, I think his last race is way better than anyone else's last race, and that's a big key for me, especially in a small field like this.
Yeah.
Like him at the distance, I think he's got the best formula speed figures at the distance. Those are my speed figures, by the way. The earnings he's got at the distance. If you look at the average over the last 3, dropping the worst one, actually got the one slightly over him, which is also why I'm surprised you guys haven't called out the one. 5 wins in 10 races. Interesting.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. But the one definitely, in terms of class, has not raced against the class that the rest of these have. But I mean, class at this level, you're splitting hairs, really, right?
Yeah.
He's running in like 11K races, and these other horses are running maybe in 23K races. I mean, the two's outclassed them by quite a bit. But all right, so how many minutes to post here? Geez, they go quick here. Wow. Okay.
4 minutes, which means we've got about 6.
4 minutes, which means we have 6, right?
We
All
got
right, let me check out those pools.
You got lots of time.
Pool.
Lots of time.
Oh, let's see. If
Lots
we do the
and lots.
1, we'll do the 5. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I like the value that we would get out of the 2. That's one thing I'm going to say about the 2. I definitely like the value there.
So let's see. If this helps you, let me tell you what the guys have got here in the chat. Here, Neil's got
absolutely,
a 3-5.
always helps.
Yeah, Neil's got a 3-5-1 try box. Good luck, Neil. Bobby D's got 5-4 with a 1-3 exacta. Rick Johnson's got 5-3, 5 all 3, 5 with 1-4 with all with 3. JG Funk is throwing caution into the wind, a 2-3-6 exacta box.
Good luck.
And Marv B. Hey, Marv has got a try key box 6 with a 1-3-5. Let's go.
Okay.
And James White has got 2 to win in place and the 2 and the 4.
Okay. I think I got my bet. I think I'm ready for the button.
Love it.
All right, let me type this in here. Okay, so this bet is going to cost us $10 total.
Okay.
And I'm going to send it now. Should pop up. So we're going to take a look at that 5. We're going to key him, not a key box. We're going to key him. And I'm passing up the 1 purely because I don't think the value is there. And I think there's opportunity with the 2 and the 3. I like the 3 a lot. My formula likes the 3. I look at the 2. I feel like I got a gut feel on the 2. You guys all really like the 2.
Yeah.
So if the base value of this or the base price on this is going to be $2.
Yeah.
So if we get the 5 and the 3, we get a little bit of profit there. If we get the 5 and the 2, we get a little bit more. But I have a hard time leaving off the 3, harder than I do with the 1, I think. And I really want to get some value out of that 2, but you can't go deep in this race because it's 6 horses. We're already locking on the chalk here. So there it is. There's my bet.
Yeah, and remember the 3 is actually my top pick. I really love. I love the 3.
I thought about putting the 3 on top, and maybe I'll regret it. But
no, the 5 makes sense. I'm just trying to beat the 5, and I really like the 3 a lot here. And plus the 5 is Ronald Ali.
Yeah. We'll be telling stories about that someday, I'm sure. So there we go. That's what I'm putting together here.
So
if you just play it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I like it. 5 and 2-3. I think it's a very solid play. Very solid.
Thank you.
I just think it goes to what we talk about all the time. We've got a 6-horse race, and it's not cut and dry. You've got a 3-2 favorite, and I think you can make a case for almost every horse in the race.
Yeah.
Maybe except the 6.
Okay. We know we have like 3-4 minutes to go, so I'll start the Belmont discussion. A horse wins the Derby, right? Convincingly. He gets 5 weeks off. He's on his own home track, right? He's already beaten journalism. How he does not go off the favorite, I don't know, but I'm not complaining.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
And it was the same exact move that he made in the Derby was the one that he made in the Belmont, right?
Yep.
But just that turn of foot down the stretch was so impressive. Where notice Junior was like, I don't even need a whip this time. I'm just going to use my hands. No whip is he just used his hands, and the horse just took off down the stretch.
You're absolutely right, Sean. I was looking at that and thinking, am I wrong here? Am I overthinking this? How is Sovereignty not the favorite? But I still told my friends, this is the one you push the button on, right? We lock in on Sovereignty. We're not boxing this at all. This is Sovereignty on top as your winner, and we're stuffing horses underneath to try to maximize that a little bit more. I was shocked too. I really was that journalism went off the favorite, knowing like everything that went into that, knowing that he was already beaten and he had just run 3 weeks ago when Sovereignty had 5 weeks rest. I'm totally with you on the amazement of what the public was thinking in terms of how that went down.
Yeah, so that blew my mind as far as the favoritism. But I think as much as anything, look, if you're going to make journalism the favorite over Sovereignty, I could almost understand that. What I don't understand at all is how many people were on Baeza. I get that. I just saw so many people picking Baeza, and you know that horse in my mind was never better than third. Was never going to finish better than third. But I don't get the fascination that people have, and you know, despite the Puka story that we all love, and you know the connections, you know, beyond that though, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I totally get it, because I think the horse was improving. He's a little bit younger than the rest of them. He also had the 5 weeks off that Sovereignty had. And what was my other point here? Younger, improving, 5 weeks off. I had something else going here. I was really rolling. But he was always close to journalism too. So if you thought journalism was good, you thought Baeza was good. I totally saw it. But yeah, at the end of the day, I was thinking about it. It's like, well, which one are you going to take? You're going to take Sovereignty, but you're going to fear Baeza a little bit, right? That's where the value is. I totally get why people thought he was going to be there. But again, I keyed Sovereignty, so that's where my money was, or that's where I put my friend's money, is what I should say. I'm going back to that. Yeah.
I'll make an interesting point after this race. It'll be interesting to hear. You know.
Yeah.
When I was up there, you know, I will.
Yeah. Also interesting, and I know they're about to go off. Sovereignty was much closer to the pace that I'm used to seeing him.
I thought
that was interesting. Love
to see it. Love to see it.
That was
But he was doing it so easily, and that was the difference, you know.
Oh yeah.
Even
when I saw his track position early on, I'm like, they're not touching him.
Yeah. He was doing it so easily. Junior said to us. He said he wouldn't even. He said he felt really good halfway through the race.
And it was a 2 minute mile and a quarter. Like, it was a serious time.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Here we go. Come on, let's get formulas fed home here.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's get this going.
And they're off. From the middle of the track, that's Bandera Azteca.
Bandera Azteca.
Early speed explosive. Also geared towards the front end. Now Lansdowne is going to go after Bandera.
I need the 2 and the 3 a little bit closer there.
Back to third.
I like where the 3's at.
You do? You think he'll close it?
Yeah. He could close like the last horse did for, you know.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay. That's true. Last horse closed. Let's have faith.
and it's Banderas Teca and lands down the favorite.
They're going pretty slow though, so
Yeah, they're going.
he needs to get moving now, and he is. So.
There comes a 3.
Three wide, explosive.
Okay.
Back to
2's way back though.
There
I thought
comes
2 would be the pace. Holy cow. That's why I put him there. Where's the 2? Go 5. Go.
Come on, Paris.
Go 5. Come on.
The 1's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Judo
Son of a.
pounces on him.
Judo. There's the 3 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close for third and fourth.
Judo gave us a chop.
And Banderas Teca.
Damn it.
Judo gave us a chop.
Yeah. Where was
Leo
the 2
had
there?
the
Is the 2 dead
11,
last?
1. The Belmont time was slow. Ooh.
Did I see Trusty hit the try? He had the right horses. I'm just not sure
Yeah,
if
let
he
me see here. Let me see here.
keyed or key boxed.
Dan
I
had a
remember seeing
$2
those.
try, 1-5 with 1-5 with 2-3-4. Yeah, I think Dan may have. Yeah,
One,
Dan hit the
5.
try. Well done,
Yeah,
Dan.
yeah. Nice, nice.
Goes to number 5,
Oh, he went key
Yeah.
box with 5, 1, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Trusty hit
okay,
it.
good job, Dennis. Great
Nice
job,
one,
buddy.
Trusty.
The opening quarter, 24-1.
Those are my top 3 horses too. Damn it.
Kyle had
Could've
a
just
try.
boxed that up.
3-5 with 2-3-5 with 1-2-3-4-5. Good job, Kyle.
I should trust my own formula. Got wrapped up in that damn 2. Ah, next time.
Neil won one. Way to go, Neil.
Nice work. Nice work.
Great play, everybody. Good
The
job.
local guy. Neil the real deal.
Basil, gonna play contrarian here. All the cappers seem to overplay the Tampa horse. I think if you look at the ROI over the meet, has been negative. No. Huh. Yeah.
Which horse was the Tampa horse?
I think that may have been the last race. I was just
Oh.
reading it. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely played that Tampa Bay horse.
Yeah.
Judo, the chop.
Tim is really quiet. He's like, I was right about the 5. Damn it, Ronald.
He's trying to figure out this track.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Close.
deep in thought.
Yeah.
Deep in thought. Yeah. If I would have just boxed the top
What to
3, my
say,
formula
what to
spit
say
out.
and not to say. Let's see.
Son of a. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid that much anyway.
Now entering the winner's enclosure.
547 on 20. Oh, on 20 cents though.
Asphalt
Still not
Paving Company purse. That's number 1, Judo.
Like $13 on 50
Judo is
cents.
a big Elling, 5 years old by Straight Sense. Out of the mare, our
Would've
Love
been better.
Tap by Tap It. Owned by James Parisian. Trained by Steve Kepplin Jr. And ridden to victory by Praven Badry. Time for the 6 furlongs. 1, 12, and 3.
1, 12, and
Congratulations
3.
goes out to trainer Steve Kepplin Jr., who scores the double. 2 wins for trainer.
Trifecta 153, $5.47.
Race 3 is official.
Yeah.
Exacta 1522.20. Super 1244. Daily double 61, 585.
There are no changes.
Good job to everybody who won.
No changes in
Indeed.
race number 5.
All right. We're ready to get back swinging here in the next one. I mean, we got time, but I've got an angle in the next one, so I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
absolutely.
an angle.
Yeah, I like it.
Interesting.
And just quickly, what I was going to say when I was up at Belmont, which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
As far as Beza and Rodriguez were concerned, and I had actually said this on our roundtable discussion. Okay, both horses were 2 years old when they were. Now Rodriguez hurt himself, so he couldn't run in the Derby, right? But both horses had just turned 2 years old, just turned 3 years old. But Rodriguez would have been the youngest horse in the Derby, and Baeza was the youngest horse in the Derby. They're both naturally 2, right? And I know from experience when I was involved with Wicked Strong, right? He was a 2-year-old running in the Derby versus California Chrome, right? And Rajiv got blocked, but he made a huge, huge run to get up for 4th, right? And then Rajiv still to this day says if he didn't get blocked, he may have won the race outright, right? And he ran big. But when he got to the Belmont, right, and which was a mile and a half, I know, and all that's the difference, he just didn't have that punch. You know, after running the big race with the figure in the Derby, he didn't run. So I knew Rodriguez and him both being natural 2-year-olds just turned 3. You know, I said, how would they come back versus the a little bit more seasoned 3-year-olds? You know, and definitely played out. You know.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Journalism 3 races still ran one hell of a race. He did not stop. It was just simply Sovereignty went by. That simple.
Yeah.
He did not stop, folks. And that was a great time for especially the way with all the rain that had been on that track. You know, that was a great time. So
absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. So
I thought overall it was fast.
Yeah.
Like in terms of finish time, maybe not in terms of early pace time.
But Sovereignty came home really fast. No one had run as fast as he did the last 16. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he really just motored. But anyone who said the Journalism stopped, he didn't stop. He kept going. Exactly. It was just the Sovereignty was just too fast.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to be their aimed course is going to be Jim Dandy and Travers.
Jim Dandy too.
Yeah, here's my theory. See what you think here, formula for our guests. Okay. If I'm Mike McCarthy, who I love, right? He's one of the nicest guys ever, right? And I'm John Sheriffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I want to come back east and have my horse lose again to Sovereignty and the Travers? Right now, there's going to be new shooters, right? But what I would do if I were both Journalism and Baeza, right?
Yeah.
I think the West Coast handicap division is pretty weak. It's not like the dominant group, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And Baeza's young, right? I would keep both Journalism and Baeza out there and have them run in the Pacific Classic at Del Mar. Let them grow up. Let them be I think they could easily be the 2 of the best horses on the West Coast. Let Journalism have the East Coast and let him come to you. Let him come to you in the Breeders' Cup where you haven't had to travel and he has to be the one who travels.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much hype the past 2 years over Baffert horses that have broken their maiden. Right? I mean, we can go up and down the board. Nisos, Barnes, Cornucopian, right? Rodriguez obviously is in there as well. We can even go back to Citizen Bull and Gaming. And none of them are even close to sniffing Journalism and Baeza right now. We saw Baffert's best at the Santa Anita Derby, and they just got blown away by those 2. Maybe Nisos would have a chance. Maybe, but I'm even starting to doubt what I thought of Nisos last year based on what we've seen so far. He looks like a good horse, but he doesn't look like a world beater. So therefore, I don't think he can beat Journalism and Baeza, who I think are just the class right now. Maybe the comment section will blow me up for that because I know there's definitely Baffert lovers out there, but I'm 100% with you, Sean. They go out west and they just feast on all those Baffert horses in those stakes races.
Yep. And the
because they're just not there.
To the VIP fan of the night, Lionel Bernhardt. What do you think, Tim? Do you think they stay west? I think they stay west.
I think
they should
until probably the end of the summer.
Yep, that's what I say. Yep,
and they might not even come back then. They might stay and just keep prepping for Breeders' Cup races.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was going to say. End of summer,
Classic.
it's BC. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that classic. That's going to be
the $1 million Pacific Classic journalism. I can't find a horse out there that I would take underneath him. I mean, over him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's that good. You know, I think he's just got the monster on the east. He just doesn't want to keep losing to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
and
journalism
by the way,
out west.
Major kudos to both Lamberto and Junior. The amount of sportsmanship, with the,
it was good to see.
That's what racing needs, And someone asked, what happened to Good Cheer? Okay, two horses. I will tell you, I got the direct scoop. Good Cheer was swimming with a paddle. She did not like that Saratoga mud at all. She got on the track, just did not like it, was swimming the whole time, and she's fine, but she did not like that mud at all. Secondly, Tim, I know, cover your ears, White Abario did not like that mud at all. Safi told me. He said he was absolutely even when he got on the track, he said even Safi noticed he was unusually flat, and he just did not like, his wheels were spinning. He just did not like that Saratoga mud. That was the first time he'd ever run in mud, believe it or not, and he just did not like that Saratoga mud at all. So he will be back. He came out fine, nothing wrong with him. He just did not like the mud at all. So a couple of the big people just simply did not like the Saratoga mud to their liking at all.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
They will both
probably
be
add
back.
Fierceness to that list too. Raging Torrents seemed to be okay with it.
Yeah, he was fine. Yeah.
All right, guys. I may have to drop in the next, let's say, 7 minutes. So I'm going to quickly go through.
Give me what you like here.
Yeah,
I will give you what I like.
Yeah.
I like the 6 a lot here. So the 1 started as an even money favorite, and I guess the 6 has been taking on more money based on what I'm seeing, unfortunately. I do like the 6. Gosh, I hate picking chalk every time, but that's the one I like. Jockey Trainer Sire, that all looks good to me. Last Race is comparable, just a little bit under my second horse that I'll get to in a second. Speed Figures at the Park, I like them best here. For the distance, significantly better than the rest of the field, in my opinion. Surface, that also checks out for me well. What else do I got here? Best 2 out of the last 3. He's got that. Winnings per race at the distance. He's best at that as well. I mean, he's covering all the bases for me. So the 6 with the bullet. My second horse is the 4. I'm picking the 2 youngest horses, by the way, 5 years old and 4.3 years old for the 4. In terms of last race, a little bit better than the 6. So that's something to consider, especially at the number you're getting for the 4 here, which still looks considerable. Over the past 3 races, he checks out just barely second place for me. Over the past 10, just barely second. I mean, essentially, he's just barely second to everything from the 6 horse here. So I like the 4 quite a bit as my next horse up. And then the 3 horse Magic Tiger, I am kind of fading the 1 here, guys. I like Magic Tiger, I think, in terms of having the best race value win. He is tied, actually, with the 6 horse here. I like the 2 wins in 10 races. I like the speed figures. I like my own internal speed figures for this horse here. And the class that he's run at most recently is comparable to the 6. So if I'm going to give you my top 3, I'm going to give you 6, 4, and 3.
Like it. Neil's got a 1-4-6 try box. Good luck, Neil.
Trusty's with me on the 6. Let's get it, Dennis.
Okay. All right, folks.
And I know Dennis doesn't like chalk, so.
It's 7.5 furlongs, right?
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend, Antonio Whitehall, is back to his favorite distance of 7.5 of the mile forget these 5.5 furlong races. He said, bring me the long distance races because I am the king. Exactly. And this horse, if you like exacting, what do you call it? Beat exacting in the Snipers Memorial at 7.5 furlongs, and at 7.5 furlongs, he just missed with Chavian Chow. So this horse is 3 for 5, 5 for 5 in the money. Antonio's like, yay, I get to go around 2 turns. I want to win. Exactly. So I think he is definitely the horse to beat in this race. Second pick, I did put in the 1. The 1 is 6 for 9 in the money, 7 for 9 in the money at Assiniboia. He obviously likes the 7.5 furlongs. He and Blazing Bow go way back with each other, and Keplin's on fire right now. Balrob's running really, really well. I don't know how you could, but I think he's very solid. Second pick, and my third pick was the 2 Pinky Ring Bling. Jason Gourneau. Here's another Henry Witt horse bringing him up with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. This horse ran a really nice rallied 6 furlongs, and his 7 furlong distance. I know he's 0 for 1 at the 7.5, but his 7 furlong races are pretty solid. And I think for a value at the bottom, this horse could be dangerous to get into the try. So I was 7, followed by the 1, 2, and a very close 4, the corridor. Ran a nice race coming up from Fauner. I think this horse could be live underneath as well.
Say those numbers again. I think you meant to lead with 6, right?
Yes, 6, 1, 2, and then 4. Yeah, 4. Yep.
Okay. All right. So like both of you, the angle that I had, Sean just talked about, you've got Blazing Bow coming back second off a layoff, getting Antonio Whitehall up as a jockey change, and we're going 2 turns for the first time at Assiniboia. Q Whitehall, it is time. Blazing Bow, nice bullet workout, 5 furlongs since the last race, which I like to see as well. So this horse should be ready to fire. And then I like a horse next that Formula talked about. I love the 3 next, Magic Tiger. This is one second off a layoff that definitely could improve. You go back and watch that last race. When you see these even numbers, it's like when it's 6 straight across, either things went really badly or there's just something going on. And it's just like, it almost seems like the horses aren't trying. I love to see lines like this when the horses are flat, and you go back and you watch the beginning of this race. This horse was taken out of the race at the very beginning, and I think is ready to improve, getting Ron O'Daly up this time. He rode this horse really well last year at stakes level, which is not where we're at. So definitely should improve off of that. And then I think you have to put the 1 in there, exacting. That'll be my third pick here. But I love the 6 on top. But I think the 3, I was hoping, we get somewhere around the 5 to 1. We're 4 to 1. The 1 and the 6 are both 9 to 5 right now. So hopefully we can just split them with the 3, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I really like the angle on the 6. That's what I was talking about angles, is going 2 turns,
okay.
going 2 turns and getting Whitehall.
Yep. Big switch. Over 169 joining us tonight. Thank you so much, folks. As always, love having you. We're still up on the day.
Driving and handicapping. Lovely thing.
I saw that. I was like, we're driving on the road. I saw the windows, and I was like, hey, we're moving.
We're moving, guys. Taking the show on the road.
In a van down by the river.
Yeah. Just getting a closer parking spot. Yeah. All right. 0 minutes to post. 60-second recap. They really know what they're doing with this 0 minutes to post thing. They don't play around with it. They just embrace it.
This is the Canadian Chucktown.
Indeed, indeed. All right, what other bets do we have out there? I think we've seen some opinions from a few people. We got some people who agree.
Yeah, Neil's got the 146 try box.
I see that. Yeah. Good luck.
Neil.
I am personally
Kurt's
putting
got
in a
146.
6-3-4 exacta key. Keying the 6, got to be on top, got to win with the 3 and the 4 underneath. We'll see how that does.
I'm
And
going.
you know what's great about Tim having this race
What's that?
is that we know that the bet that will be in there and Tim's pick 4 will actually be the same thing. So we can actually root for the same thing.
And on that note, we're just gonna look, we're going strong. Go big or go home.
Love it.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm betting my opinion straight up. 6 with
There
the
you
1
go.
$3, $5 try.
Love it.
We're just keying the 6 on top of those two. I think it's a 3-horse race.
Yep. There you go. Love it.
So 6 is on top and then 1 or 3 below.
Yep.
Let's ship it, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go. I love that. Yep.
What's up,
Groundhog.
Brandon?
6-3.
Groundhog's going 6-1.
Good luck.
$10. We'll take it. We'll take a 6-1 as long as the 3 is under there.
Yep. Hot Rod's alive to 2, 3, 4, and 6 in the pick 3. You'd love that for sure, Hot Rod. Absolutely.
All right, guys. I'm going to watch from YouTube. I will see you guys later. It's always a pleasure. Good luck the rest of the way out.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
And keep hitting that like button, everyone. Share it. Let everyone know you like it.
Yes.
And yeah, have a good rest of the night.
All right. 0 minutes to post. Here you go. Yeah, this should be interesting. There are also a couple, and I will share them as I get them. Tim, there's a couple of interesting first timers this weekend at Belmont. 2 for Martin Jr. that will definitely be worth looking at. They won both first time out very impressively. The other horse that I was very impressed with Tim this weekend was Patch Adams. I thought he ran a big race coming up from Churchill.
He did. He ran a really big race.
That horse has a bright future. And the Wesley Ward horse that I was actually in the winner's circle for, Saturday Flirt, she is now 3 for 3 versus the ladies. The one loss she had was at Ascot versus the boys, and it was not a bad 10th. She wasn't that far off, and she's 3 for 3 against the girls. So watch her. Yeah, Darth Vader. What a Johnny V, by the way, huge Belmont week for Johnny Velasquez. I think he won like 8-9 races. He was having a huge weekend. Good job, Leo. That's awesome. Yeah, the Haskell's coming up soon, Neil. This weekend is the Haskell preview weekend. So make sure you watch Monmouth this Saturday.
Hey, real quick, Sean, just in case anybody's interested, there's my pick 4 ticket. I just punched into my ADW. That's an $18 ticket. 6. I'm singling the 6 here. I'm going 1, 2, 5 in the next, 4 and 8, and 2, 4, 5 in the last.
Love it.
It's a $18 ticket.
Love it. There you go. And yeah, Dan H is 3-6 in the first leg of the pick 4. Good luck. Yeah, Darth Vader. What a nice race that was for sure. And fabulous for Miguel Clement winning the last race on the big turf race in honor of his dad. What a fabulous win that was.
Yeah,
That was
and you know, that was that had to be an emotional interview. You know, when
yeah.
You watched it and watched the two of them talking, and it was just like you could see the emotion there and how much it meant to all of them. So,
Absolutely.
Big congrats to them and their connections.
Now just waiting on Blazing Bow. The field is set. They're at the post.
They're at the post.
Come on, Antonio.
And they're off. From the inside, Exacting is going to show a little bit of early speed, but falsely accused.
Wow, the 5 goes to the lead. Okay, Antonio right out.
Take the early lead by a length.
We get him.
Exacting back to second. Blazing Bow on the outside in third.
Blazing Bow
back in fourth. And it's going to be Corridor and Magic Tiger watching the early action from 7 lengths off it. Falsely accused cuts the opening quarter. Kind of a lackluster 25-3. Exacting pressures from the outside and now looks falsely accused in the eye. In between horses, Blazing Bow and Corridor. Then it's a gap of 2 more back. That's going to be Pinky Ring Bling, and Magic Tiger is setting up for the late run. The half mile, 50 seconds. 4 across the track to the far outside. Corridor pokes a nose in front. Falsely accused on the rail.
Come on, Antonio.
Horses. That's going to be Blazing Bow.
Going backwards.
Pinky Ring
There comes Bow Magic again.
Magic Tiger is starting to roll. Pinky Ring Bling has the biggest run right now and trying to get past Corridor. Magic Tiger is going to try and swoop
Unbelievable.
but it's going to be too late. Pinky Ring Bling too close to call at the wire. Corridor and Pinky Ring
the 1
Bling
finished last. That was a shocker. 6 and 1, your last place finisher. Wow.
This track is baffling me this year.
Yeah. Wow. Did not see that one coming. Did not see that one coming at all.
Requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. They went the opening quarter 25-3. The half 50 seconds. 6 furlongs, 1:15-4. 7 furlongs, 1:29. Time for the 7.5 furlongs, 1:35-3.
Corridor 16-1. Wow.
Corridor, your race winner. Second goes to number 2, Pinky Ring Bling. Third to number 3, Magic Tiger. And fourth to number 5, Falsely Accused.
I had the 2 and the 4 and the 6 in my stable duel. But I needed the 6. He did not come through. Slow time. Nice exact Bobby. Look at Bobby. Look, Hot Rod's on fire tonight, by the way. Good job, Hot Rod. Look at that. And Bobby, where's Bobby's thing? We're going to get some Bobby some love here on that one for sure. Where's Bobby's thing here? Get Bobby's thing up here so we can give the right kudos it deserves. JG Funk had a 6 with the 2-4. Exact, huh? Oh, close one, JG. You're like me. I needed the 6 for my exact. I have it for $1, but Bobby D, look at this. Bobby D. Well done. 642. Good job, bud. Nice job. That will pay nicely.
Definitely 16-1 on top. And then the 1 and 6 both off the board.
Yeah, that is going to pay magics. Nice time, Bobby. Great job. I know. JG Funk, you should have boxed him, bud. You were so close, you know. Doesn't it pay to pick 3? Lansdowne failed.
Now
But,
entering the winner's enclosure,
yeah, this is gonna
the
be
official
a
winner of the
nice
KOM
one.
Reed Stenhouse Purse.
No front wraps on the
Number
hey man, Mike. No front
Four-door.
wraps on the one again.
Four-door is a
We
dark
come
brown
storming
gelding, 4
home.
years
1
old,
over 2,
by
4,
Clem.
6.
Out of the mare My Foolish Heart by Sky Mesa. Owned by Norbert and Norma Cashane. Trained by Norbert Cashane. And ridden to victory by Damario Bino.
I know. Great job, Dan. No, who that? Rodney. Hot Rod. 16-1. Look at that. 34-20. Exacta 4-2, Bobby. 99.65 for $1. Picking them up and leaving them down. Leo, nice job as the 4 on the pick 4. Let's see what happens. Great job, buds.
Very nice
work.
Way to go, everybody.
Yeah, that is great.
Well, it's a happy 67th birthday to Assiniboia Downs. Join us tomorrow, Wednesday, June 11th, for a night of fun, racing, and amazing $5 birthday deals.
Tomorrow's the 67th birthday of Assiniboia. Happy birthday to all our friends up there, Assiniboia. 67 years of racing.
$5 domestic beer.
Well done.
Spirits. Live racing
well done indeed.
Come hungry, come thirsty, and help us celebrate 67 unforgettable years.
Well done, everybody. All right, but we will turn the page here. And we are race number 6. Five. All right, 7.5 furlongs again, claiming purse 10,100 for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. 3-year-olds, and we have a field of 7 this one, Tim. Let us know who you like out there.
Ticket information at asdowns.com.
Let's see what happens here. Good job, Paul. Way to go, bud. That's great. This would be interesting, Tim. This race is interesting running because I have an interesting thing here. Right, exactly. Performing a great job to the winners. Yeah, race 5 here. Interesting to see here. Who did you like here, Tim?
So when I tell you who I like, these are the horses you should throw out the way it's going tonight for me. But unfortunately, I like the chalk on top again. So the one valid defense to me looks like much the best in here. Second off a layoff in a better field last time out, and should improve moving forward. Got to get a better trip than they did from the inside. So hopefully can cut some of the distance down and finish a little closer this time. So the 1, then right next to that one, the 2, 6-1 currently. So right at the morning line, third off a layoff. Siobhan Bell gets back aboard after missing the last mount. We are going from 5 to 7.5 furlongs. This one should definitely like to stretch out a little bit. This horse, the last 2 times out, Sean, this horse has been a little further back than what we saw last year with this horse. So I'm just thinking that he's going to lay a little closer to the pace today and be able to finish a little bit better. And then I'll go to the 5, Smackover Lime. Third off a layoff, Balroop gets back aboard. This one stepped up last time out, and you can pretty much put a line through that one because that was a much tougher field. Now comes back to the level that this horse was at 2 back. And again, third off the layoff this time should definitely improve and move forward for Lee Delaron. The one thing I will add is that I'm against the 7 here. I don't like the 7 Bennigan at all. This horse got claimed last time out. Has had no excuses the last 2 times, going 5 and 5.5 furlongs, and now we're going 7.5 furlongs. And the trainer change after being claimed last time out, to me, I don't like this horse first time off a claim at all here. So I'm against the 7 quite a bit. So 1, 2, and 5 for me.
2 and 5 for you. Okay. Yeah. There you go. And Tom, and the formula has 1, 2, 7, 4, and JG Funk has a 2 7 exacta box. Yeah. Also coming off one workout. He is 2 for 2 at Assiniboia Downs. I mean, in the money with the 2 seconds, but I agree with you on this. Yeah, exactly. And I thought this was an interesting race. And I'm going to wait to see what the odds are here for my picks, but I do like a horse in here for sure. I think it'll be interesting.
And welcome back down paddock 4, race number 5. We have a
let me turn everybody off there. He'll be back in a little bit. Bobby D's got exacta box 573. Good luck, Bobby. Kurt's got 471. Stretch has got 142.
I like 1, 2. I don't like 4 or 7.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely think this 5 can squeeze in for a piece.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Sven's really riding well lately.
He is definitely, yeah, no doubt. No doubt indeed. This is an interesting race, to say the least.
Neil, that's about the time that I started walking Keeneland. Back in the early 70s.
Wow.
Growing up in Lexington, being close to Keeneland.
Yeah.
Growing up in horse country, spending time on the horse farms. I had an uncle that worked on the horse farms and always used to go there.
We're at $90.70, right? Okay, here we go. I am going to do very simple. I'm going to do, hey, Jose, 4 to SF. Okay. I am, yep. Yeah, the 1 is definitely the horse to beat here for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, but I don't know if from the rail if he's going to win or not.
Matthew Bennett doesn't come in here much, and when he does, he's not coming for the ice cream, Sean.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, and it seems anybody who changes from Simpson to another rider does well. So
exactly. How can you not?
Yes, exactly. So okay, and I think these two okay, here we go. All right. You know what, Tim? I don't even need to wait. You can hit the button. I am ready to go. I'm just going to simply put 5 to win a place on the 2. I really like the 2 at 4 to 1. I think this horse could really step up versus this group and be a strong factor down the stretch. Keep it simple. Going to the last 2 races with a still good amount of money and everything, and
Oh yeah. I mean, we still got $80 after that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yep. The 3 buttons are not toys. Jose's got an exacta with let me see here.
2-4.
2442. Okay,
Yep.
Good luck, Jose. Curtis Stinnet's got 5-7 with 5-7-1-2-4 with 5-7-1-2-4. Trying to learn strategy to bet on Tuesday nights, picking my bets cagely and not betting anymore. I didn't have a strong pick. That's very smart, Paul. That's the way to do it.
That's the way you should bet every day.
Yep, every day.
No strong opinion, don't bet.
Don't bet it. Just watch it. Yep.
Or if you're the kind that just likes to have a little action, just throw a little $2 bet somewhere or something, and
Right, exactly.
but don't go crazy.
No. Kirk's got 20 to win on the 4.
Uh-oh, did they scratch the 3?
Uh-oh.
They
There's
just-
a late scratch. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we may have a late scratch here.
Buttons are not toys.
One. Good luck with all your wagers here in race number 5. We'll see you back for race 6, our first of 2 classic high 5 races.
He's going back with attack. That's never a good sign there.
Yep. Sean, you know what time it is?
What time is it? Up time at Assiniboia Downs. The horse is leaving the paddock. 2 looks good on his toes. His groom nicely dressed. You like to see that? You maybe be getting this picture taken.
It just puts me one horse closer to having my horses come in, Sean.
There you
Three.
Buttons are not toys. Once again, a late scratch, and this is the 5th race.
Late scratch of the 3. It's about time.
Buttons are not toys.
But we called that scratch about 10 minutes ago.
If
Yeah,
you use
yeah.
number 3, buttons are not toys. In your
Buttons
pick
are
3,
not toys.
4s, or 5s, the favorite at post time will be substituted. Late scratch.
He just didn't want to run against the 2. That's why.
I'm sure that's what it was.
He was next to him and said, "Oh man, is spin picking you? Oh, I can't run. I'm out of here." Gatekeeper, yeah. You did not look like a good bet. I agree with you. We have 7.5. I was just turning on the sound there so we could hear the scratch, but yeah. Here comes the field of now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 63 degrees Fahrenheit up there. That's a beautiful night of racing for sure.
It is. Still about 70 here.
Val Defense, Matthew Bennett, Wendy Anderson, 8-5. There's our 2, Siobhan Bell, Devon Gittins, No Magic. Number 4, Zen State with Sierra Pruitt for Jason Homer. Always great to see a lady over there. Number 5, Smack Over Lime, Sven Ballroot for Lee Delaronde. 5-1 hanging in there. 6, Hot Cake, Roger Hewitt, 22-1. And the 7, Bennigan, Dario Dalrymple, and Bill Mooney. This horse is definitely a puzzle to me. I don't know why, why this horse is 5-2. I really don't know, but okay.
No, Brendan, the 4-1 race 4. It was 4-2.
This time next Tuesday, we will have loads of winners on day 1 of Royal Ascot. Yes, absolutely, Paul. You will. You will get to see our champion run over there, Carl Spackler. So let's see who's got money left alive here. Ooh, not that much money left there for our friends at home here. Our 2 has still got $1,200 on them. That one's got $1,800, and the 7's got $1,600 on them. 4's got $986. Gatekeeper's got a 5-7 exacta box. Good luck, my man. 200 joining us tonight. Thank you as always, folks. Take this off just for 1 second here to adjust the screen here. But but this is a interesting race for sure. Tim, I've never seen that Churchill turf course look so good. It looks excellent.
It just keeps getting better too. We had a lot of rain in the spring, and I just think that they gave the course time and worked on it hard, and it came back. But it looks as good as I've ever seen it.
I was just gonna say, I even in past years where it's been good, I think it looks fantastic.
It does. It really does.
And they, for as much and deservedly so heat that they took last year, they really come back strong with a beautiful.
Well, but Sean, I think that goes to what a lot of people say. You look at some of the turf courses that we've seen, and some of them look bad year after year, and they're just not getting better. And it's like Churchill took a lot of heat last year, but they did work on it, and they took races off of it to make sure that they could work on it. And it all paid off, and now you look at it and it looks incredible. So,
absolutely.
But I think anybody could do that if they put the effort and the money into it. And some tracks just seem like they're unwilling to do it.
Yeah. Paul, the Breeders' Cup this year is at Del Mar.
Back at Del Mar. Next
year, it will be in Tim's hometown of Lexington, Kentucky.
My backyard.
In Keeneland. And then the next year, it will be at
Sean's backyard.
Park. In my backyard, Belmont Park. Only my backyard is impossible to get through traffic, but it is my backyard for sure. Exactly. When your home track is Saratoga, that is not a terrible thing. Yes, Del Mar is in California. So Paul, Santa Anita is in Acadia, California, which is a part of Los Angeles, and then. Del Mar is in San Diego, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours south of LA. So that's where the 2 tracks are. So Del Mar is in Southern California in San Diego, and Santa Anita is in Acadia, California, which is in LA. 2 minutes to post.
Dennis, I think the 7 is the speed here. For me, the 7's going to go out to the lead. Could be challenged a little bit by the 6, but definitely the 6 can hold on to challenge for long. But I do look for the 7 to be on the lead. But I'm against the 7 here. I'm playing against the 7 completely.
Yeah.
I like the 1 a lot on top. 1-2-5 for me if you missed it.
Yeah.
No, not the Breeders' Cup this year. They should be void of rain, but I shouldn't say that, but they should be.
Yeah, they should be, Paul. You never know. Santa Anita, Paul, I got to warn you, Santa Anita's been getting a lot more rain than they're used to in the last year and a half. You know, LA is nuts right now. Yeah.
Yes, that's for sure. Don't want to run in LA.
Yeah.
There's a different kind of running going on in LA right now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. They do get foggy down there. That's for sure. And they all bitch when the temperature's like 50, 60 degrees. And I'm like, folks, that's not cold.
That's like beautiful weather.
That is beautiful weather. Don't come east during the winter. You'll panic. All right, we're going into the thing. Dan's got $10 for every one of us. Thanks, Dan. Dan's win on the 7. Oh, okay. I thought he was giving us all $10. Exactly. Yeah, they've gotten a lot of rain the last 2 months. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So you never know. It can rain, and the song said it never rains in Southern California, but that's been proven wrong here. Let me turn on the sound here.
Hot cake.
Good luck to everybody. Full moon tonight.
One more to load up.
Let's get this 2 in for the win.
Neil, that must explain my handicapping tonight. At least that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Exactly. The great Colin, right?
From the outside, that's Hot Cake, who's showing early speed and will take the lead as they pass the grandstand for the first time. No magic.
Wait, once again, Sean, this is the thing that baffled me last week and this week. You look at the horses who you think are going to be on the lead, and that was the 7 for me. The 7's dead last.
Yeah.
Dead last.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected the 6 to be with the 7, but our 2's right there. Let's get this 2 home.
Yeah.
Who's about 10 off the early lead.
Why you ding dong rate 20 to 1 shot? I never
They're
know.
calling at 25, and look at how much they've opened, Sean.
Yeah, seriously.
They're running away from this field.
To the inside. They've opened up 9.
9.
Field as smack over line.
No, Paul, they're not going fast at all. They went 25-49.
Yeah, it's not fast at all. Here comes the 5. 7's just thrown in the towel. Uh-oh.
Back to second.
5 has got a lot of momentum.
You get a lot of momentum. Yep.
Come on, 2.
Come on, 2. Come back up on that rail now. You haven't
have a
asked
lot
him
of
yet.
horse left.
Yeah, you haven't asked him to run yet. Come on.
Now takes over the advantage by 3. No magic back.
Uh-oh, we need that line.
A late rally by Zen State.
We need that line bad.
He's going to make it.
Smack over Lime.
Smack over line. Oh, he got second. Not bad.
Third's going to go to Zen State. And
1 didn't run
I
at
told you I
all.
love that 5.
Yep. 1 didn't run
I
at
thought it
all.
was an underneath
I
play.
hope the 7's okay there. Yeah, something happened to that 7, you know?
Yeah.
Something really happened to that 7.
No, he went straight to the back and just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. He did.
My guess is that I would put a line through that race if I had the 7. Yeah. Yeah. And the jockeys did the smart thing and just pulled them right up. Right. He could tell he didn't have a horse right away and just pulled them up.
I know what happened to the 7. Groundhog bet on it. I honestly, you don't ever want to see that, but I didn't like the 7 there.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, me neither. Yep.
The Stewart's opposed to number 5.
I don't know how that horse was a 2-to-1 favorite in the morning line. It didn't make sense.
No magic. Third to number 4, Zen State, and 4th.
I did like 5 and 2. They were my third and second horses. But
Yeah.
I had 1, 2, 5.
And the 1 didn't run much at all.
No.
You know?
7 furlongs, 131 and 3. Time for the 7.5 furlongs, 138 and 3.
We got Spin's bet of the night coming up.
Well, we'll at least cash place money.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I don't think we'll do too bad there with the one out.
We should be okay.
We may get our $4 back. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, he tried to take. I never understand from a jockey standpoint. If you're 3-1, the other horse is 20-1. Why are you ding donging them? Let them go, and then just take them over. You know what I mean? It just boggles my mind that they go quarter horsing around a turn.
Yeah, I don't understand with those slow fractions why the 2 was backing up so much.
Yeah.
25-49.
But also let them go.
All right, Leo. Leo got the try for $1.
Hey, nice job, Leo. Way to go, bud.
It's official.
Joseph Myers. Hey, bud. Nice. Thanks for joining us as always. Let's see here. Oops. So you got 380. Yeah, well, okay.
Almost broke even.
Huh? Yeah. And let me go to race 6 here. Sorry. Now we're back. Good job, Leo. Seven furlongs in like that. And with that exact pay, 23.05. 2 pet peeves of USA horse racing. A horse battles in the first 3 furlongs and race over 7 furlongs and doesn't miss the break, but keeps the horse 15 lengths last in the first half of the race. I hear you. My pet peeve is, and this happens often in Woodbine and other tracks, is when a jockey misses the gate and rushes his horse rather than let him settle. He just rushes him up the front, virtually eliminating him from the race. Unless you're 10 times the best horse in the race. That drives me nuts. I'd rather have you just settle the horse and then try to advance slowly rather than just gun him like a quarter horse and he has nothing down the stretch.
Yeah, totally agree.
All right, here we go, Tim. 6th race, 14 minutes to post. Let me read the conditions. Here. All right. Okay. 6th race, 5.5 furlongs, maiden special weight. Purse 20,000 for maidens, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. 3-year-olds, 117, older, 123. And we have a big favorite here, at least on the morning line, on That's What He Said. Is he my bet of the day? The answer is no, he is not my bet of the day.
Well, let's see if it's mine, Sean.
Yes, exactly. Okay, here we go. My bet of the day happens to be the 8 Frackaloo. Yes, and that happened to be bred by my great friend from Woodbine and a fabulous camera woman and Sovereign nominated Rebecca Gouliet. They are very excited about all their horses this year. They have like 3 or 4 ready to run, 2 at Woodbine, including stakes races. they're also very high on this horse, who, if you watch his last race at Frackaloo, got out of the gate a little bit slow with the 3, but was widest, but really started rallying at the end there. And for a first-time starter, gets Balroop, who is running very well right now. And I think this horse was bet at 9-1, so it did get some action there. But I definitely think this horse could be a major player second time out for Dark Cloud Racing, out of Frack Daddy, out of a Shackleford dam. And I think this horse could be, and is even bred by Rebecca Gouillet. So I think this horse could be quite the player, and I am using this 8 second timeout to upset the 1-2 favorite, who has already taken a dive second twice, with at 9-1 first and then 4-1 is now 1-2. But obviously has to be used in the exotics. 2 very solid races there, but full run inside and early, and Rogue Step slow, but came up on both races. This is definitely a horse you have to use if you're using exactas and trifectas for sure. And my third pick was the first time starter Twilight Ride, Jason Homer and Pruitt. I thought maybe this first time maiden could maybe get in there for a slice of the try, but I think it will be 8, 4, and 5. Tim?
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, Sean. And the thing about the 4 is, in neither one of the races so far has the 4 really impressed. So you're looking and you're saying, well, the horse went from 3rd to 2nd, so this should be the time. But the thing is, I think the upside on the 8 is bigger. When you look at that last race, the 8 wasn't that far behind the 4 in that race. Yeah. And the 8 was the first time starter, and the 8 was a little bit green in that race.
Yes.
So I think the upside for this horse is really good. And, we're coming back at the same level against. That's what he said again here. And I think we can turn the tables and finish on top. I really like this horse and like his chances, or her chances in here. I think that she can definitely improve and move forward enough to beat the 4 in here. So I'm going to put the 4 underneath and looking for my 3rd place horse. When you look at the rest, Sean, and I understand why you went with the first time starter, because the rest of them kind of look like I don't know that any of them really want to finish. So try to find a horse in here maybe at a little bit of a price. So I'm going to go to the longest shot on the board. I'm going to go to the 1 horse. And the 1's another one who was in that same race last time out. Yes, doesn't look like a lot and hasn't really shown a lot. But when I look at everybody else in here, I think that this horse has as much of a chance as anybody, has a little bit more experience. And it's the kind of thing I've seen a lot over the years, to where a horse just finally, after so many, just starts to at least put it together enough to get on the board. And I mean, Tom Gardopy is no slouch. I don't know why this horse hasn't done better, but has enough starts with 7 lifetime starts. Definitely the most experience of any horse in here. So maybe experience goes for something here. Going to get the rail inside, so maybe gets a trip with the 10-pound apprentice up. So I'm going to give that one a shot at a long price underneath. But I really wrote down that the 8-4 I thought was a solid exacta.
Yep. Let us know. Neil's got a 4-8-7 try box. Bobby D's got 8-4-5 with 5-4-7. Did Sierra Pruitt win her last race? Yes, she did. She won 2 weeks ago on the last race of the night. And yes, I will be watching the U.S. Open golf tournament for sure, Paul. Yes, the Scotty Scheffler Invitational. The man is on fire.
Paul, did you watch the big final on Sunday between Portugal and Spain?
Dennis Trusty likes the 7 showing speed at Los Alamos, showing speed at Turf Paradise. Could run 22 and change here against the 6, who raced the 24 and change. Also, the 5 would be a concern, but unknown as well. Okay.
Yeah, I think when you look at this field, like I was saying, after the 4 and the 8, nobody looks great, and the works on the 5 for the first time starter. We talk about it a lot, that when you've got a field full of maidens and nobody is stellar, always look for the first time starter.
Yeah. Paul was watching. He said Portugal is getting better as we get closer to the World Cup.
You know, you look and you wonder, is this the year that that Ronaldo finally gets his, like Messi just got his in the last World Cup?
Yep. Tom Hollick, how are you, bud? Great to see you, sir. Got 6 minutes to post.
What's up, Tom? Yeah, we were definitely watching that one, Tom, with the riderless horse running around messing up the race.
Yep.
That was a crazy race.
No doubt. You got 5 minutes to post. Thank you to everybody joining us, over 200 plus. Tim, I'm just going to take a quick break, my friend. Be right back.
Sure, no worries. And you know what time it is.
Riders up!
It's always Riders Up time for me. But it's also Riders Up at Assiniboia. We're headed out for the 6th and next to last race coming up. We'll see if we can get Colin to check in for a sleepy time pick in the last one as we head towards the 11 o'clock hour here on the East Coast of the U.S. That 7 looks like a handful. Looks a little fired up there in the paddock. Love the 8. 8 looks really good. Need a Hail Mary. We got you, Tom. We'll wait for Sean to get back and we'll call it. There's the 1 Super Shaman. Pioneers Tigress. Getting Roger Hewitt up. Looks pretty good. Sundance Sally at 25-1. Longest shot on the board. There is your 3 to 5 favorite. That's what he said. Neville Stevenson for Jared Brown. Twilight Ride with Sierra Pruitt going for win number 2. There is Reynaldo Cumberbatch on Sheezorowski. The 7 is Cyberstorm, Siobhan Townsend. And your second favorite on the board, top favorite for Sean and I, Frackaloo, Sven Ballroop for Judy Hunter, 7-2.
Ethan, no need to apologize, bud. Exactly.
I don't know what you're being sorry about, bud. There was nothing you did that was bad.
Nope, nothing.
We always talk back to the comments. We try to get everybody involved in the chat and make it something more interactive than most of the betting shows that you see. So you have nothing to apologize for, my man.
Nothing. Nothing wrong, my friend.
Nothing.
There you go. So you have 1 minute to post. 7-2 on the 8, 4-5 on the 4.
Taking a quick look at something, Sean, and we'll get our bet down here.
Yep. Let me just check something here, my friend. Get that sound going here. Where'd it go here? Making sure the sound works here.
All right, here we go.
He is ready. And I'll bring the screen right back up. We got the sound working there. There you go.
All right, so we're going all in on the 4 and the 8 here. We're going to bet a $10 exacta box 4 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ethan, I was messing around the way that came off. I mean, I was like, I don't know if you're just trying to be hostile, but it was just saying it in a funny way. I was just like trying to be confrontational, and it was nothing bad, my man.
Yeah, nothing bad at all.
Just be glad your name is not Dennis, because if your name is Dennis Trusty, we're on you a lot more than that.
Yeah. What does this mean, my friend?
SF. José, ¿qué quiere decir con SF? He said he's playing the 7, but I'm not sure what he means by SF. So.
Okay, got the superfecta. Oh, yeah. Classic high 5 pool growing to $5,000.
All right, and I promised Tom a classic high 5. He said he's got $1. He's got to put in a classic high 5. So here it goes, Tom. Are you ready? We are going 84572. 84572.
Love it.
Top of my head, that's it. 84572.
Yes, they have been, Tom. They've been very good. Yep. They've been very good. We had a legendary one last year. Been in the 7 portion.
In the 7 from San Francisco. Got it, Neil. That's probably
love it. Dennis is asking, should he do a key box 7 with the 4-8 or win in place in the 7? What's a better bet?
Well, I mean, Dennis, it all depends. It's like if you're doing win place on the 7, the place is if you're thinking place and you're putting the horse under the 4/8, then I would say that you're better off doing the exacta.
Yeah.
So I would think in that case it's the exacta.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when it comes to those two, Uncle Sully, I'm going to take Ronald Ollie. Find our bet here. Let me take that $20 out. Once again, if you're playing that classic high 5, go ahead and throw the $1 down. We've done that once at Assiniboia before.
Yes.
An ice code high 5. And the call tonight is an 84572.
There you go. Ice cold. We're heading to the movie. Here we go. We're heading to the gate now.
That makes sense, Dennis. I like that bet. Paul, nothing wrong with that, my man.
No.
Pioneers Tigress. The next to move in. Here comes Sundance Sally.
5,500 in the classic high 5 pool.
That's what he said. The overwhelming 1-2 favorite. Now in.
Let's go, Frackaloo.
Ride. The only
Spin all rope.
Goes in.
Win one for Rebecca.
Let's go.
Next up, she's a Roski. Just 2 left to load. Cyberstorm. And now just waiting on Frackaloo.
Come on,
Frackaloo. Fractious, but settled. Frackaloo now goes in. We're at the post.
Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
And they're off.
Come on, Frackaloo. Atta girl.
Far outside,
Atta girl. Come on, Frackaloo.
Well, but Cyberstorm has the most speed.
Go right with
Get
it,
the lead by a
Frackaloo.
length. Back to second, Frackaloo. That's what he said. Moving up 3 wide, Pioneers Tigress. Settled in 4th. Twilight Ride in 5th. She's a Roski in 6th.
Come on, Frack. Stay with him, girl. Stay with him, girl. Come on.
Off the lead. 24 seconds.
Bring her back, Span. Let's go.
Yep. Stay with her, girl.
Bring her back, Span.
And went right to the lead.
Come on, girl. Stay with him.
3 lengths. Back to
Stay with him, girl. Come on.
Come
on, Frack. Come on, Frack. Put your head down. Put your head down. Come on, Frack. Come on, Frack. Put your head down, girl.
Get up, 8.
Down, girl.
Get up, 8. She's not going to get there.
No, she's going to get third. Not even going to get third. She might get third.
She's getting third.
She's a Roski in second. Third's going to go to Frackaloo. 4th to
Great beginning, too.
And 5th to Twilight Ride.
I thought she was going to try to just take the field, you know?
Yeah.
That's a move I don't ever forget. Why get out of the gate so good and then go backwards, you know? Keep going, you know? But the 4 was much the best there.
Hey, I think Sven kind of rushed her a little bit too much. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to use up so much so early.
No, I know. Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 7,
Number
5.
4, that's what
Yeah,
he said as your race winner. Second goes to
Or
number 6.
50 to 1. She's a Roski.
Third to number 8, Frackaloo.
Wow.
Fourth to number 7, Cyberstorm. And fifth to
Wow.
number 5, Twilight Ride. They went the opening quarter 24 seconds. The half 48 and 4. 5 furlongs 102. Time for the 5.5.
Dan, did you hit that?
108 and 4.
Did you put the 6 with the 4 and the 8? Because he said get the 6 in the try.
Wow. Wow, wow. I really thought that was going to be an ice cold exacta.
I did too. I thought the 4-8 was strong.
I would never have used the 6 with your money. Would definitely not use that 6. Anyone who did, God bless you. But
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a rider's objection here.
Objection?
In race number 6. Sierra Pruitt aboard number 5, Twilight Ride, has claimed interference.
Ooh, if they take the 6 down, then we get the 4-8.
Come on, Townsend.
no, it's the 5 on the 7.
Objection.
Oh, on the 7. I'm sorry. I thought they said on the 6.
I was hoping it would be the 6. Yeah. Take the 6 down, anyways.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the United Rentals of Canada race. That's number 4.
I think he did say 6, Ethan. I think he meant 7, but I'm pretty sure he said 6.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen. I just heard 6, but
Yeah, they said 6. He did say 6.
Trained by Jared Brown and ridden to unofficial victory by Neville.
Change it to 6.
Time for the 5.5 furlongs, 108 and 4. Once
hopefully
again,
it is on the
ladies and
6 and
gentlemen,
not on the
rider's
7.
Objection
Hold on.
here in race number 6. 5 on 7.
7.
Now,
Oh,
that time
Bo.
he said 7.
Oh, Bo. Go back, Kurt. Go back to your first thing.
Go back to the 5 on 6. 6 down.
Determine it was the 6.
Let's just take them all down. 4,
Yeah.
6, 7, 5, 7.
Let's see here. Who are we claiming on? Who are we claiming on?
Well, show it. They started to show it and then took it off.
Yeah, show us who it was. Huh? Oh, wow. 7 really came across there. Watch the 7. He comes way
Yeah.
across. Comes directly across to the 5. Wow.
Yeah, they might take that one down.
She really got squeezed. She really got squeezed there. Eight was pushing the 7 in. Interesting. Maybe the 6 horse was juiced. It's got a test barn. Argentina are not crying tonight. They will settle for a draw with Colombia to stay top of the group. There you go. Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
All right. Make a decision here.
Yeah.
10 to 11. We got a last race to get to.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly, Paul. Yep, I knew exactly what you meant. I was just singing the song.
The number 3.
Yeah, then the eight came in too. Yeah, they could take the 8 down for going into the 7. You know. But the 7 really did cut it right across in the 5. More than I think the 8 did with the. Yeah, I think the 7 crossed more over than the. But you may even have a nothing move. The stewards have found nothing. That could be 2. Oh, we were moving along. Such a good clip too.
We were. All right, let's show it for the 100th time.
Man, make a decision exactly.
Decision coming. Let's go.
Yeah. Turn on and make sure I have the sound on so I can just see. Yep, sound's on. So we'll do the decision. One way or another. It should never take this long. Some of the tracks take like 20 minutes to do a. Either they did it or they didn't do it. No in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, after reviewing the films, there has been a double disqualification.
Double disqualification.
Number 5, Twilight.
Wow, they took the 8 below the 7.
5 on 7, but after review by the stewards, number 7, Cyberstorm, and
wow,
Rackaloo have been.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Wow, both disqualified.
Twilight Ride.
That's some craziness right there.
Will be 4, 6, 5, 7, and 8, and that.
Because the thing to me is you can't look at that and say that the 8 interfered with the 7. The 8 and the 7 were both coming in, but maybe they both interfered with the 5. But how do you say the 8 interfered with the 7 there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Race 6 is official in the upcoming.
I guess somebody had the 4, 6, 5 trifecta, and we needed to find a way to get that in.
Number 1,
Yeah.
Westover. Number 8, Double Time, will not run for a claiming price, will run under the waiver.
Craziness.
Classic high five wagering for our VIP.
Yeah, Dan, I remember that one.
Race. And
The
they'll
obvious
go to
non-starter.
in 16 minutes. And after the final race, be sure to head to the clubhouse for our popular Crazy Hour. Beer,
Crazy
shots,
Hour.
and wine, just $5 and 25% off all appetizers. And our $500
Yummy.
Crazy Hour
25% off of all apps.
Yeah,
take place
can't beat
at
that.
11:30 p.m. in the VL.
All right, we move on here to our final race, Tim.
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
You
There
want
we
my
go.
thoughts?
Yep, I want your thoughts. Yep.
All right. I'm saying that one of these horses is going to win. Another one will be behind it in second. I like the 8 double time in here, Sean, and I'll tell you why. A couple of things here. So this horse, if you look last time out, first time off the shelf, won at a $5,000 condition level. That field, double time of Maybella, Prairie Drifter. I mean, that's a lot better than anybody in here.
Yeah.
I think of any of the ones that were under double time in that last race or in this race, they're probably the favorite. So why shouldn't double time be? I just think that this horse is in a position to move forward off of that race and could end up on top. I get the 2 here. The 2 makes a lot of sense. Third time off the shelf. First time off the claim, and look at who this horse goes from the Delaram barn, goes into the Keplin barn, getting Praven Badri up. These 2 are on fire lately. So obviously the combinations fit, but the horse is getting up there in age. Hasn't been able to get it home. There at that last race was at this level. At the previous race at a little bit of a higher level, which is where the 8 horse is coming out of. This horse couldn't get it done, and the 8 horse did. So, which is why I like the 8 a little bit more. And then after those 2, I think you can basically put them all in a hat and draw a name out. But I do like the 5 Diamond Grand Connections, A2 Thoroughbreds, Michael Noll, Demario Bino, second time off of the layoff. Really showed right going into the stretch there. Had a good early race there, and then just kind of faded a little bit, Sean, in the stretch. Probably needed that race, should move forward. Is it enough to compete with the top 2? Maybe. I just think that they're a little bit better, but the 5 could definitely figure as well. I think it's pretty tight. I do like the 8 over the 2 over the 5, but personally, I think you could probably box those 3 up in a trifecta, and it's pretty darn tight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Paul, if you can get 8-1 on double time right now, that horse has been bet down to 4-1. We'll see exactly where he ends up. But I mean, he's an 11-year-old. He's getting up there as well. But he just keeps. I mean, he came back first race of his 11-year-old year, and he won.
Yeah. Rick Johnson, did you get the exactive on that one for $5, or was that just a 5? If you did, my friend, well done. Yeah, this is an interesting last race for sure.
When I looked at and handicapped this, Sean, as always, without morning line odds, I like those 3 horses. I figured they might be the 3, lowest odds horses, but I thought it would be a little bit tighter because you can make a case for some of the others. I think the 3, 4, and the 7 all should take more money, and they're starting to a little bit more. So it should even out. Those horses should all be even with the 5 in my mind as far as odds. So hopefully the 5 floats up a little bit, but the 2 and the 8 do look like the best 2 horses in this race to me.
No, absolutely.
Although the 5 is actually taking more money than the 8 right now, and I like the 8 on top.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, great job, Dan. Way to go, my friend. Awesome. And then Bobby D has the exact 6-3-5-8 with 3-5-8.
Trying to get that 6 on top.
Yeah.
That would definitely pay.
11 minutes to race 7. Okay. Interestingly here, this is a fascinating race. Again, we have a jockey train change from Simpson to another rider. That's a interesting. The 8 double time. Yep. Bell is going to be mad after his DQ there. Let's see. This is an interesting one for sure.
Sean, I'll tell you, I didn't mention this horse, but just so far looking in the paddock, a horse that looks really good to me is the 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kurt and Stretch are both going 3-5 in here.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Yes, I don't have the 3 at all.
Okay. I both like them. Well, it was interesting. I was looking at that horse, and Marv's got a tri-key 4 over the 2-5-8. Good luck. Ethan's got 8-5-6-7-4. Neil's got an 8-2-1 tri-box. Bobby D's got exact the 6-3-5-8 with 3-5-8. Yeah, the interesting thing about this 3 is that he's 2 for 5 at the distance. So at least he's run the distance well, coming from Century Mile. And instead of getting Simpson, you get Cumberbatch, which is definitely a up. Black raspberry ice cream is really underrated. I agree. We got Exotics Bear.
And Sean, I'm gonna say it again. I know I just said this, man. So sometimes when I see a horse in the paddock and they look really good, it's just like makes me want to bet that horse. But the 8, as you see right there, looks really good. But man, that 4 looks good in the
4
paddock.
looks fantastic. Yeah. Bam. Exotic Bears, who's Cocaine Bear and Chloe Bear's cousin. Yeah, really nice. You get the Bug Boy with the weight up. And it's 5.5 furlongs, right? Yeah. Okay. And what are we at right now? We're at
7:20.
Okay.
You got $70. You got all kinds of money.
Yep. Forrest acting like a jerk.
I don't think so. I've been watching him ever since I saw Todd post that, and I don't think so at all.
Let's see. Okay. Jim and Eddie, the 7-5 favorite. Again, the Kepler factor there, no doubt. Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Exotics Bear.
DeMario Bino.
All right. Dragon Drew.
Hey, Sean, do you know, or does anybody in the chat know, is Sierra Pruitt related to Lise Pruitt?
I would guess. I would have to think so.
I would think so as well, but I'm just wondering what the relation is. Is it like a daughter or
or niece or something?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, my guess is they have to be related of some sort.
I would think so. Just seeing if anybody knew.
Yeah. Could be. And Lisa's a bit older, but could be.
Tom said he thinks it's Sierra's mom. That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me see here. Yep, proud. Yep, that's her mom. That Lisa is indeed Sierra's mom.
Good deal.
Yep.
I figured as much.
Yep.
Neil says it's her cousin, sister's, niece's, auntie's wife.
What does that make you? Absolutely nothing, which is what I'm about to make you. The greatest Spaceballs. What does that make you? 4 minutes to go.
Got plenty of time, Sean.
Plenty of
no rush because we need to make
$1 million.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Curtis Stinnet's got a 2-5 with 2-5-3-6-8 with 2-5-3-6-8. Good luck, Curtis. Paul's wondering, do I go with my gut and key the 8-2-5 or 2 key box for any advice, guys? Okay.
yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What does the exacts pay? All right. Look at the probables here. Let's see here. Here's a little more information here. Jammin' Eddie. It's 1 for 5 at the distance, though. Do we think the 2 goes for the lead?
You know, that was one of the biggest questions for me, Sean, is that there is a complete lack of pace in this race.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
Which is another reason that I think with with the race being void of speed, it kind of sets things up. I think a little bit better for the 8 than the 2. The 2 wants somebody to run in front.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 8 may be the horse that just kind of sits there and runs away.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Yeah,
void of a true run.
Yeah. 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 The 8 that worries me though is that last time ran in the stakes in the
Right.
stand in the Saskatchewan,
Right. Yes.
when it goes to the outer races, it gets close, but doesn't really, Okay, let me see.
I don't disagree with anything you just said.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Just 7 to 5 first off a claim
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
while stepping up. No,
2 missed.
same level. 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think what
Dan says he think he's going to power try box 5-7 all. Neil is going 8-2-5 try box. Gatekeeper's got 7 to show. Tom's looking for a wife and 4 kids.
Okay.
Curtis has got to try 2-5 with 2-5-3-6-8 with 2-5-3-6-8.
Yep. All right. Two, okay. 2 of the 5.
5 is up to 65.
How much does that cost? How much would a $2 tri key? I'm trying to stay here. 5 with the 2, 3, 4, 6, 4, 8. That'd be a lot of money.
So key the what?
5 of the 4 horses. That'd be
5
good.
of 4. So that key or key box?
Key box. $72. That's not worth it, right? 72, something like that.
36 for $1. So
For $1, yeah. So 72 for 2. Yeah, no, that's okay. Didn't like that. Okay. And what do we got? 70. Okay, yeah. Okay, so all right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay.
we're headed to the gate, Sean.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna wheel it and see. I think Bino can actually get this horse closer than he usually is at the 5.5 furlong. I'm gonna do. Yep. Hit the button. Okay. I'm just gonna do at 5 to 2. I'm gonna do 20 to win a place in the 5. I think Bino can get this group home.
You might as well use the bankroll and just go 35 win place.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, do that. You want, 35 win place. There you go. I'm going to switch it. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. Hold on a second here, my friend. Sorry. You're almost to the gate there. 1 second here. Mm-hmm.
Hamster dance time.
There we go. Yep, perfect. There we go.
Load them up.
I want to see Bino a little bit closer than he's been with this horse. I think
John,
he was a little bit. Yep, let me get it up.
Next up, Exotics Bear. Diamond Grand from the middle. She's in.
All right, let's get this 5 home a winner.
Shirley Sherman walks right in. Just 2 left to load.
I want to see a little closer to the lead tonight.
And just waiting on double time to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. Double time fractious. And
Double time is ready to go. Get out quick.
from the far outside, Dragon Drew. Flashing the early speed.
That's it, Bino.
Shirley
A little bit
Sherman to the
closer than usual.
inside with Diamond Grand. Also Exotics Bear and Jammin' Eddie. All going after that lead. Argentina Cries. Sitting back 3 lengths, watching that action. And double time is the early trailer, but only 5 off of it. Now going to the
Ooh, the
lead.
4 just
Diamond
fell out.
Grand on the
Must
far
have ran it.
Come on,
outside,
Bino.
Dragon Drew.
Come on, Bino. Keep her on the rail.
Third, back and forth.
20 to 1. What is this? Come on, Bino. You can outrun the 20 to 1.
He's got the,
Come on, Deshaun Bino.
got the corner.
Come on, Joe.
He's got the corner.
Come on, Bino. You can outrun this horse.
Come on, get up, Bino.
Get him up. Get him up the rail. Come on. Did he squeeze him? Did he squeeze them?
I think she did.
Oh, there could be another inquiry here, folks.
I think she did. Sierra kind of came in.
Yeah, I think this could be another inquiry. Because he was trying to come up the rail and suddenly there was no. Let's see. Hold all tickets.
Who was third?
I don't know. Let's see. Sierra won, but I want to see the head-on stretch here.
Dan, that's why I was asking who was third. I know you're close to being able to get this try a couple of times if it came home right.
Yeah, Dan. Yeah. Who came in third?
I think the 6 might have screwed you.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know if it's all right for Sierra yet, Tom. I think she came over.
Maybe not. She may have been clear.
No, I mean, I think it was before that shot.
Yeah, before that. Okay, yeah. Let's see.
The Stewards are posted number 7, Dragon Drew. As your race winner. Second goes to number 5, Diamond Grand.
6.
Third to number 6, Shirley Sherman. Fourth to number 4, Exotics Bear. A photograph will be called to determine the 5th place finisher.
Sierra gets her second win.
Yeah.
Results of the photo show number 3, Argentina Cries, finish in 5th.
I like the fact that Deshaun had him closer this time rather than way. He usually comes way at this distance, way from behind. He had him up, had her up, which is. No, she doesn't think she did anything, that's for sure.
No. and they haven't put anything up. It
No.
just looked a little awkward.
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
No.
But no.
It was nothing.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 7, our VIP fan of the night race. That's number 7, Dragon Drew. Dragon Drew is a big gelding, 10 years old, by Get Stormy. Out of the mare Thornhill.
Get Stormy
Tough.
up in
Owned by
Canada.
Black Diamond
Up in
and Kenneth Lee Gardepy, trained by Tom Gardepy Jr., and ridden to victory by Sierra Pruitt. Well, now it's time to head up to the clubhouse and enjoy Crazy Hour.
Oh,
beer,
you're so
shots,
close.
and wine, $5 and 25% off all appetizers.
All appetizers. Everybody upstairs.
Everybody head up. Leo, story of my life, buddy. 3 out of 4. It's like every time
We got 460 to place. Darn it. That didn't help. Shucks-o. Not what we wanted, but yep, anything can happen, Neil. That's for sure, you know?
Yeah, so we had a full night of racing fun and made some wagers, won a couple, lost a couple, $80. So we spent $20 on the night.
Yeah.
Not a horrible finish. Not what we wanted.
Right. So, yeah.
Or paid $9,000.
What did it pay?
$9,000.
Wow.
I tell you all the time, it's like, to me, that's like the best rate, one of the best wagers in the entire country. I love their guarantee pick 4.
Oh, it's a great pick 4. Absolutely. A great takeout.
And it pays quite a bit.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So very good. Well, thank you to everybody as always for joining us tonight. We'll get them next. We're starting to get, we're getting a little, we're getting closer there. We're starting to figure out the kinks up there, and we'll be on the winning track in no time. But definitely join us on Thursday for the cocktail lounge, where we have been on a little hiccup last week, but
last week was down, but we've been doing pretty well at Churchill.
We've been doing darn good, and yeah, exactly. So we will come back fighting on Thursday night. Thank you to everybody. Over 200 people joined us tonight. Everyone have a great night, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
See you then.